Ranade sir. And then, Kunal Patare and Shirley Kutina, and then Sagar Aras from Mysore, and Amit Sarogi, again, former chairman of Clefman, very energetic guy from Calcutta, all the way he's joining, representing Anmol Group, and we will listen to him when his presentation starts. I think now we are on live YouTube, sharp 10:30. Sir, Ranade sir, shall I start?
Yeah, sure, you can start.
So good morning, everyone who is watching in Zoom, in Hybiz TV, and then in Facebook from Calcutta, and then in our YouTube channel, CPDO&TI. It's really amazing, to get connected each other like this. In the period of 2020, probably the blessing, what I would say, is digital connectivity. Corona brought us digital connectivity. Can you imagine, Mumbai, Mangalore, Mysore, Alibag, Calcutta, coming onto a single platform? Probably not earlier. So now, because of the corona and because of Zoom, I think a great innovation happened and we're all connected, and now it is going across the globe. So now we are virtually live, means anybody can watch from any part of the world. So just to give an understanding of our program, CPDO&TI started 3 concepts. One is Anmol Entrepreneurs Day, and entrepreneurship and awareness in Poultry Week, and then we started online discussion forums. So these 3 concepts are basically Awareness Week, which we ran from 22nd to bring an awareness on poultry entrepreneurship, and which we are culminating today with an Entrepreneurs Day. That means real people who have done it, they will be showcasing their stories. Then online discussion forum is a concept which we did it in such a way that in-depth analysis of a subject can be done. So in-depth analysis of a subject, in the sense, first we did for alternate species and poultry. Then we went into bringing in all the poultry training facilities. Can you believe? Venkateshwara Institute, Suguna Institute, Hosur Institute, Kerala Institute, all that was brought into online platform. These are all very much available on our YouTube channel. And we have created a wall of poultry. You can see I'm just panning my camera. So this is the wall of poultry with their all digital frames done in the earlier programs. So that is how we have been, doing such a nice work with the collaboration of the people around India. So just to give an overview of what is happening right now, why are we pushing so much of India is, as Honorable Prime Minister said, world order is changing. World order is changing. The era of America is gone. The era of China is gone. The era of India is coming now in this decade. After the 75 years of independence, now we are creating inspirational stories. Can you believe unicorns? You all know that what is a unicorn? Unicorn is $1 billion valuation, which we were never used to understand earlier. Now 38 unicorns, 38. And in 2020 alone, 12 unicorns were formed in India. And I will give you another interesting story. It is Bangalore, which is the epicenter now. Earlier, Shanghai was the epicenter. Then it will move to, Silicon Valley was the first epicenter. Shanghai was the second epicenter. Now the epicenter is Bangalore. Bangalore is a happening place now. Can you believe 14 unicorns are born in Bangalore? So that is the attraction which we are putting into. Welcome, Sarajji. So next, if you see what is happening in the other concept, I don't know how many of you know about this, Soonicorns. Soonicorns means soon there will be unicorns. So such numbers are there in Bangalore, 64. 64 is the number in Bangalore. And I'm saying that with all the confidence that now is the time that it is happening for the youth. It is happening in the country. I'll just give a small story of 2 young guys who belong to Karnataka again. In Shimaga village, they grew up, and one guy did an engineering in Bangalore Institute of Technology. Mr. Nitin Kamath. Mr. Nitin Kamath did just an engineering, and he was trading by influence of Marwadi friends around his home. Can you believe today the brothers Nikhil and Nitin? Nikhil is a dropout from school. He wanted to be a chess champion, youngest billionaires now. And then they have proved it that they gave a run for the money for ICICI and HDFC, because now they are the biggest traders in the country, with a transaction of 2.5 million orders a day, 2.5 million orders a day trading. So why I am giving this story is that is possible now. Anybody can dream. The likes of Amit, the likes of Dr. Sharad, Sagar, Kunal, Shirley, and then, our Manjit who is joining, they will be soon, I would say that, Soonicorns. We don't want trillionaires here. India doesn't want Amazons. India doesn't want Walmart. India wants more of, billionaires like you who can give an equity. To coming into my sector, I would say one word before I hand over to our Ranade sir. Our sector is 1.5 lakh crore contributing, equal to TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, number one in the world. But what is the employment Tata Consultancy Services giving? Only 5 lakh people. But our sector is giving 6 million people. 6 million people are employed. That is the equity distribution which we are looking at in our sector. To conclude and to give an inspiration for you all, Nitin Kamath, I'll take his name, and he quoted, we as managers, in the sense, we are administrators, we are managers, think that what if it fails? And then we prepare for that. But you as a founders will think on an idea, what if it clicks? That is what has made you here. So we thought that what if it fails? That's why we joined government. We, including Professor Ranade sir, we are very good preachers. But if you put us into practicing, probably I may not click. I don't know about Ranade sir. That is what the interesting thing for you. That means you have brought an idea that you thought, what if it clicks? That is the story of Ideal Chicken. That is the story of Anmol Feeds. That is the story of our Mysore Nati chicken, our Kuku Chiku, or our Amruta chicken, or our Manjit. With this background of inspiration, we are in a super highway now. Soonicorns are there in our sector too. To conclude that, there are now licious, fresh to home, tender cuts, Delhi bazaars with a funding of $100 million. So now money is everywhere in the poultry sector. Can you believe McKinsey is coming? Can you believe Goose is coming? Can you believe KPMG is making a report on poultry? That is a good news for all of you. So we are in a super highway. Now I will promise all the entrepreneurs who are with us that success story is guaranteed. In the poultry, if you work hard, like the panel which you see here. With this, I hand over to my guru, Professor Ranade sir, and my mentor to inaugurate this Entrepreneurs Day, which we did in a conceptual mode to create a story around that, and we'll be bringing in an app in the near future so that press of a button, Sagar story can be heard, Kunal story can be heard, Shirley story can be heard. That will be the future now. Dr. Sharad's story or Amit's story. We are bringing in an app in the near future. With this introductory board on remarks, I will hand over to Dr. Ajit Ranade sir for the inaugural address, sir.
I just wanted this to continue for some more time. It's very encouraging and very energetic to listen all these things from you. I mean, it's not that all these things are not known to us, but the way you present them, the way you collect it, I think this itself forms the first part of the inaugural address, which you want me to give. I don't know why you selected me to give the inaugural address, but I have two reasons basically. Number one is I have got a very, very strong relation with CPTO. That time it used to be called as Central Poultry Training Institute. Now it is CPDO&TI. I'm telling you the story of 1990, 1991. When I was privileged to come over there and get the training. And in those days, the programs were of long duration. I did 2 courses over there of 2 months duration each. And let me tell you my experience and association with your institute. It was amazing. I still remember the names, Dr. M.R. Chaudhary, Dr. A. Mitra. Then a lot of people, Dr. Devagowda used to come and teach us. Our friend Dr. P. Nallappa used to be there, always around. And it was a wonderful learning experience, and 2 months away from the city exclusively, and you had a fantastic library that time. And I still remember all that institute, everything. And I cannot forget Shiva, who used to feed us as well. And so I have a very strong and long relation with that institute. Maybe that is the reason why you called me, number one. And second is that, yes, I was an entrepreneur twice earlier in my life. Way back in 1987, I started a farm at a place called Wangaon near Dahanu on the northwestern side of Mumbai. That time I was having 8,000 broilers and a feed mill as well. And then somewhere around 1992-93, I had to close it down because my partner went to US and the land didn't belong to me. And the second attempt which I did was somewhere around 2005, 2006. I had a small farm at Vasai, but over there, in addition to 5,000 commercial broilers, I had a lot of birds which were used or which are being used as pet birds. I had a whole lot of pheasants over there and all beautiful birds, and we used to trade with those birds as well. But that from there also I just came out. So I have an experience of being an entrepreneur twice and a successful entrepreneur twice in my life. And I still want to, have that ambition that after retirement, maybe I'll come to Bangalore and I'll start a farm somewhere out there. Let's hope so. You all are there, you are there, Nallappa is there. So maybe that's the reason you have called me. Very happy to be with you, very, very happy to interact with you. And third reason, of course, is just because Dr. Mahesh, wonderful programs he has been doing. He started this particular program in September 2020, that is last year September, and he named it as EPAW, Entrepreneurship in Poultry Awareness Week, a fantastic activity. And two more activities he started: Entrepreneurs Day, that is what we are doing it today. This is the third Entrepreneurs Day, I believe, and then online discussion forum. Believe me, whatever has happened and whatever information I could gather, this is the forum and this is the kind of a publicity which we are getting, or he could manage to get, is that in one particular day, there are some 10,000 plus viewers of whatever happening at CPDO, and from everywhere around the globe people are watching. The average is 1,500 people per day are visiting and viewing this particular program. The Hybis TV has come forward and they are telecasting all these programs, and that particular TV has subscribers to the tune of about just a moment. Sir, एक 5 minute तक phone कर दो. They have the viewers of to the tune of about 5 lakhs, and all this is with the intention of popularizing entrepreneurship in poultry and related activities. Today's panel, you can see there's only one veterinarian, Dr. Sharad. All others are non-vets. The point is, which I also want to emphasize, and Mahesh also wants to emphasize, is that you don't have to be a veterinarian to start a poultry business or poultry related activity. Today we have engineers, today we have MBAs, today we have BCom graduates, and all of them are equally successful. So the point is that you need to be an employer and not an employee. And for that, you need to begin from somewhere. Let it be a small beginning, just the way I did it in 1987 or maybe in 2006. I didn't continue because I wanted to have this job, till I retire, I want to continue this job. But then again, I'm going back to that entrepreneurship. This gives you satisfaction. This gives you relief. This gives you money, of course, yes, but moreover, your self-satisfaction is something which is more important. There are drastic differences between an employer and an employee. When you have your own farm, you have such a sense of responsibility that yes, everything is mine. Something goes wrong, I am responsible. Something is lacking somewhere, I am responsible. And with this intention, with this background, and with this concept, you start working, to correct the faults, to improve yourself, and then slowly you reach at a stage where that's the point of no return. Then let the ups and downs be there, let the market go down, let the market go up. You have already set your legs firm into the business, and then you are the king. So to bring this awareness to everybody, and to bring this awareness amongst the people who are interested to join the poultry activity, I think Mahesh has selected a fantastic panel today. I can see a lot of people. Kunal Patre is there. Sagar, I got introduced today. Shirley, of course. Sharaf Saab to hamare Maharashtra ke. Kunal is also from Maharashtra. And of course, our feed giant is there. Amit Kumar Sarogi, he will be talking, I think, after me. All of them, they have stories. They all have begun from a very small scale, and now they are the kings of their own setups or own empire, I would say. So with this little remark, introductory remarks, along with Dr. Mahesh, because Mahesh's speech also was a part of inaugural speech, I believe. I wish all success, and I wish the speakers would enlighten the viewers and would stimulate the viewers to become the part of this entrepreneurs gathering, And at the end, if the time permits, we can take some question and answer sessions. I thank Dr. Mahesh for inviting me to be part of this particular panel and to give the inaugural address. This just revived some of my previous memories, and I'm feeling very happy and fortunate and privileged to give an inaugural speech for the institute, which made me to sit on the chair on which I'm sitting, to be very frank with you, right? And I really like to take all these names once again, Dr. Chaudhary, Dr. Devi Gowda, and all those people. Really hats off to all of them, and hats off to Mahesh, you too, for organizing such a beautiful, wonderful program. And I wish all success for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It's your inspiration which always, bears our industry in the forefront. I don't know how many of you know that whenever trouble happens in industry or anywhere, any part of the India, sir walks in and takes up all the social medias to give away, the myths. Many myths are around. So sir has come into a front in any time. So like we always say that he leads from the front. So that's an example Ranade sir has set in. And now the quotes, what we want to give it for the public and for the awareness is, हर रोज दो अंडा, हर रोज दो अंडा, 3 बार मुर्गी हफ्ते में, 3 बार मुर्गी हफ्ते में आपका प्रोटीन लगभग डिफिशियंसी मीट हो गया. तो ये आप याद रखना, आपका प्रोटीन डिफिशियंसी मीट होने के लिए हर रोज 2 अंडा, 3 बार मुर्गी. दूसरा मैं बोलना चाहता हूं, विटामिन्स के लिए, प्रोटीन्स के लिए दवा मत खाइए, अंडा खाइए. दवा मत खाइए, अंडा खाइए. So such logos, such message has to go to the world, but many people don't know. हम जाके जिम में जाते, प्रोटीन पाउडर खरीदते, जिम में जाने के लिए विटामिन टैबलेट्स खरीदते, प्रोटीन टैबलेट खरीदते. उनको बोलिए ना, हर एक जिम को डालने के लिए बोलिए, दवा मत खाइए, अंडा खाइए. So that should be the message that we should propagate. Thank you so much, sir. Now moving on
Just
to
one
the first
sentence,
speaker.
just one sentence to add to your slogans.
Sir,
Nowadays, when I love teaching the first year students now also. And when I enter the class for the first time, in the first class itself, I say, I'm not teaching you poultry production, I'm teaching you protein production. So what we are producing is protein. So look at the poultry science subject and poultry production subject as a protein production subject. That's what I always tell to my students.
Wonderful, sir. So now it's time to introduce the first speaker and our good friend Amit Kumar Sarogi. And we have spent, almost 2 decades of friendship and even morning walks in Goa, in Mumbai and other things. So that is a dream we set with and, go with a friendship. So that is how we bring in everybody together. Amit Sarogi is a co-founder and managing director of Anmol Feeds Private Limited. He started this enterprise in 2023, age of 23. And can you believe he is a graduate from my city, Bangalore, and MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, wherein he graduated. Further, he added many more to his group because of the paucity of the time. I don't say the achievements of Amit Kumar Sarogi. What I would say is today, the company Anmol Feeds is producing 1,300 metric tons per day. 1,300 metric tons per day. As he said, feed ka king of feed in, I think, western part of India. So their group from 20 years has put in such a great effort. If I list the awards, the first award to be mentioned for the group is National Award in USA. National Award 2009 in poultry, first poultry industry in micro, small, medium enterprise to receive it. First poultry enterprise to receive an award from USA. And then the list goes on to give you our latest one is Agri-Business Entrepreneur of the year 2020. And then Outlook magazine covered specifically on Anmol Feeds and Amit Sarogi as the entrepreneur to watch in for the future. And there are many brand of the year, dream company of the year, West Bengal best employee year, Fish Feed Miller Award, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to embarrass Amit by going on listing it. See, this is the hardship one has to dream. See, he has started his venture in Bihar, now going for Pan India. And he is an engineering graduate from Bangalore. See the relations, Bangalore to Bihar to brand India. That is what I would call Amit now. All over to Amit Sarogi for the session ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Mahesh, for your kind words. I still remember we are the only 2 early risers and we end up doing our morning walks during all our Klafma AGMs meetings. So, and we both of us have discussed a lot about this industry. Dr. Ajit Ranade, I met him 20 years back when first time we went to Goa Klafma, and we have been listening to him, learning from him, and I think in nutrition, he is one of the most knowledgeable in poultry nutrition. He is the most knowledgeable person in the industry. We have been going to him with our feed list, additives list, and he has been helping the industry without any personal benefit, just for a national cause, for the love of the industry. I see a lot of young fellow panelists, and it was and it is always my dream that we should make poultry business such a glamorous business that people should come from Harvard, Stanford, study and come back to start poultry business. Because till today, I think there is some change in last 1 to 2 years, but we are not attracting the best brains to our agriculture and poultry industry. But these things have changed in last 2 years. This pandemic has taught everyone the importance of agriculture. When all the business has stopped, poultry, food were the only businesses which were allowed by Government of India, and everybody realized what is essential, what is non-essential. So the only essential things in life is food, medicines, electricity, internet, banking. Whatever, these things were only open during the lockdown, first, second phase of the lockdown. So this is what, so this industry has a great future. It has to grow. We are Indian people, our income is increasing. More and more people are climbing up the food chain. And as you know, as people get richer, demand for protein increases, and the poultry is the best source of protein for any human being as well as any animal also. So as this is an entrepreneurship seminar, and I understand that we have lot of young entrepreneurs and wannabe entrepreneurs who want to enter the business. Entrepreneur is a nice word right now. After this internet boom has started. When we started 20 years back, entrepreneurship was not a nice word. If you are coming from a background of a small village from Bihar. I was born in a small village in Bihar called Ramnagar, and my initial schooling was there. That time it was called mini Chambal of India. 5 o'clock, everything used to stop. We can't venture out of our home after 5 o'clock. It was, and still it is one of the backward most area in India. It is on India-Nepal border. So we came from that background, and from that background, nobody can ever think that one day when I'll become 44-year-old, we will have a company called Anmol Feeds. I will have the privilege of becoming past chairman of Klafma. This all has happened because of entrepreneurship, and this all has happened because of our great country called India. The people of India, the opportunities you get when you are hardworking, you have perseverance. So I will like to tell you the story that how all it started. So I joined Bangalore as to study engineering, but second year of the college only, I decided that I don't want to do any job. I want to do entrepreneurship. This was in the year 1996. Nobody ever used to think about entrepreneurship in those days. There was no concept of startup. If you are doing something in college, you were looked down. कि अरे ये तो पढ़ाई में सीरियस नहीं है, अपने पेरेंट्स का पैसा बर्बाद करता है, इधर उधर बिजनेस का सोचता है. This I'm talking 24 years back. So during my second college, when I used to go home, we had a family shop at a place called Ramnagar. So my chacha used to take an annual holiday. And what I realized, he used to sell all in a village, in a small town, you have a shop where you sell everything, fertilizer, all kind of food items. So he used to sell everything, oil, food items, everything. So what I realized, that he was a distributor of a feed company. And there was a huge demand for feed company, and that feed company was not able to supply. You have to put this for, you have to give a draft for 10 days, and the material used to come in 10 days. So we realized that there is a huge gap between demand and supply. Then I went to, there is an institute in Mysore, I think CFTRI, Central Food Research Institute. We went there, we asked for a project report that we want to start a poultry feed business during my college time only. Then once the college got over, I came back to Muzaffarpur, Bihar. So that thing was always there ki I have to do poultry business, and there was no technology available, there was no internet available, there was no book available, there was no one who can guide us ki how you can make pellet feed. There was only one or two company making pellet feed in India, and they were highly secretive. Matlab, they were not ready to share technology with anyone. So we had rented premises in Muzaffarpur with the help of my father. We invested that time 2 lakh rupees, and we started this poultry feed thing. We never had a boiler. We never knew ki to produce poultry feed pellet, you need a boiler. We used to use molasses, and I used to sit near the pellet machine, putting up a chair, and I have done everything with my hands, like putting up, taking out the material, climbing up on the machine, sieving the bags. I have not loaded the material on my own, but I have helped the labor. Like sometimes it is late, customer is demanding, and we don't have system. So we have helped the labor कि चलो मैं भी तुमको मदद कर देता हूँ, ये ट्रक आ गया है तो इसको तुम लोड कर दो. So like then 2000 Klafma I went September. Then I realized that this industry is so big. There is so much knowledge which is available. Before that, we never knew that there was any knowledge which is available. We got in touch with people like Dr. Ajit Ranade, people like Dr. That time Dr. Inaugural was there, Dr. Chadha was there. Like there were industry stalwarts. And one thing was that they were always willing to help. They were always willing to share knowledge. So then after that, first factory we started in Muzaffarpur, second in 2004 in Calcutta, third factory in 2011 in Lucknow, then 2016 another factory in Ranchi, 2017 floating fish feed plant at Calcutta, 2018 poultry feed plant at Jammu. We have another planning of setting up a floating fish feed plant at Muzaffarpur and a shrimp feed plant at Calcutta. The project is ongoing. We are a zero debt company. Last year we had a turnover of more than 600 crores. This year, if we leave the first 3 poultry months of April, May, June, which were affected by pandemic, we will grow much more compared to the last year. We are focusing a lot in doing training to the farmers. We work a lot with the farmers, the one big thing which gives me satisfaction today, that this entrepreneurship, we have tried to share the knowledge. हम लोगों ने, I understand, Dr. Mahesh, most of the people understand Hindi, so I will use some Hindi words.
Yeah, no problem.
तो हम लोगों को लगता है कि पिछले 20 साल में हम लोगों ने, हमारी कंपनी ने और हम लोगों ने 500 फैमिलीज को करोड़पति बनाया है, और करोड़पति बनाने में मदद किया है। ये लोग हमारे मक्का के फार्मर्स हैं, राइस ब्रान के फार्मर्स हैं, ये लोग हमारे ब्रॉयलर के फार्मर हैं, ये लोग हमारे ब्रॉयलर के डीलर्स हैं, रिटेलर्स हैं। हमारे पास 20 एग्जाम्पल ऐसे हैं कि जिन्होंने हमारे से फार्मिंग से शुरू किया, एंड दे आर रनिंग देयर स्मॉल फीड मिल्स। किसी डीलर ने हमको कहा कि सर मैं फीड मिल डालना चाहता हूं, वी ऑलवेज एनकरेज। उसने पूछा डीसीपी कहाँ से मिलेगा, फॉर्मूला कहाँ से मिलेगा, मशीन कहाँ से मिलेगा, बॉयलर कहाँ से मिलेगा। वी हैव ऑलवेज एनकरेज पीपल टू डेवलप। हम लोगों ने हमेशा फार्मर के साथ किया है, फार्मर के साथ फोकस किया है। हमारे कस्टमर इसलिए आगे बढ़े हैं, हमारे इकोसिस्टम में जो लोग आगे बढ़े हैं, वी हैव ऑलवेज डन बिजनेस विथ एम्पैथी। वी हैव ऑलवेज थॉट कि व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग, ये सामने वाले के दिमाग में उसको क्या बेनिफिट होगा। वी हैव ऑलवेज डन बिजनेस विथ दिस थॉट कि हाउ यू कैन बेनिफिट our employees, our customers, our farmers, because we strongly believe कि if these people are benefited, our benefit will come as a byproduct of their benefit. We are dealing directly with 50,000 farmer families. 2.5 lakh लोग, 50,000 farmer families are directly dependent on us for our employment. These 55,000 families, we are giving them all kind of technical support, moral support. Even we help them from our CSR funds also. कोई उनके घर में education के लिए कुछ चाहिए, we try to help. We consider these 50,000 farmer families as our own. And we all know कि this reverse migration has happened in pandemic. India is talking about Atmanirbhar, vocal for local. So this fishery, poultry, dairy are the biggest employment generator and can be biggest employment generator for our youth, which are educated, but they are unskilled in any particular vocation. It is very easy to start any youth to start a poultry farm. They can start a poultry farm and they can get on-job training. There are companies like us, there are institutes like CPDO, there are institutes like IPMT, private companies also. We also train farmers in 10-20 batches. So the biggest satisfaction which gives us, one entrepreneur has created 51,000 entrepreneurs, 50,000 our farmers, 1,000 our direct dealers. And I have 3 things I have always understood, I've always believed, coming from Bihar, coming from a small town. Like when 20 years back we used to go to the industry, nobody used to take us seriously. अरे ये बिहार से आया है, इसको क्या पता है, इसको क्या जानकारी है, ये लोग है. You know how the image was. अभी तो बिहार का इमेज बहुत बढ़िया है. तो how the image was. तो but because of people like Dr. Ranade, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Other people who are there in cloth wine industry, they have always supported us. हम लोगों ने एक चीज हमेशा ध्यान रखी कि never feel shy of asking questions. Anybody who knows me from last 15 years they all know कि in any meeting if someone is asking first question, that is me, and everybody knows कि ये पहला question पूछेगा. After meeting, lot of people have told me कि why you only ask questions, let the meeting finish on time, because of you we always stretch the meetings. But these questions have benefited me as well as the panelists and the industry. So never feel shy of asking question. दूसरा है, lot of up down will come, bird flu will come, pandemic will come, government policies will change, poultry price will become 5 rupees. लेकिन एक चीज हमेशा दिमाग में रखना है, परसिवरेंस. लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई, अगर लगे रहेंगे, ये एक ऐसा बिजनेस है, लगे रहेंगे. एक साल का जब भी हम बैलेंस शीट देखेंगे, कभी भी नुकसान में नहीं रहेंगे. अगर हम लॉट बाय लॉट बैलेंस शीट रखेंगे, तो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू सर्वाइव इन ब्रॉयलर एंड पोल्ट्री बिजनेस. तो दूसरा हम लोगों को सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है कि मुजफ्फरपुर इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया, मुजफ्फरपुर जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट है जहां से हमने पहली फीड फैक्ट्री को शुरू किया, वहां we were the first unit which started a feed mill, as well as we were the second running unit in that industrial area. कोई आता था हमसे, कोई एडिटिव वाले लोग मिलने आते थे, वो डरते थे कि सर ये जंगल में कहाँ आपने फैक्ट्री लगा रखी है, मतलब पूरा खाली है. नाउ मुजफ्फरपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज नंबर 1 फीड प्रोड्यूसर इन इंडिया. अगर किसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में सबसे ज्यादा पोल्ट्री फीड का प्रोडक्शन होता है पूरे इंडिया में, सबसे ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ फीड मिल्स है, दैट इज मोर देन 30 फीड मिल्स, दैट इज इन मुजफ्फरपुर. And 50 kilometers of Muzaffarpur, we have 50 feed mills in places like Hajipur, Samastipur. So Anmol Feed is the company जिन्होंने लोगों को कहा, Venki's wanted to start their hatchery over there. They were susceptible कि बिहार में करना चाहिए, मुजफ्फरपुर में करना चाहिए. Their general manager Mahesh Gupta called me कि बॉस क्या करें. I told him, you send your people, we will help them. उन्होंने एक मिस्टर सेन को भेजा था, उनको हम लोगों ने बहुत हेल्प किया. There were lot of local problems, so we have always helped people कि आप बिहार में आइए, मुजफ्फरपुर में आइए, यहाँ पर यूनिट लगाइए. लास्ट बहादुर भाई ने यूनिट लगाया, वो भी मेरे पास आए कि यार मैं मुजफ्फरपुर सोच रहा हूँ कि सिल्लीगुड़ी में लगाऊं. मैंने कहा आप आंख मूंद के मुजफ्फरपुर में लगाइए, वी विल हेल्प यू. And there will be, someone told me मजाक में 2 months back, someone has come who knows me from last 20 years. So someone told me मजाक में कि like Anmol Feed and Amit Saraogi should be given पद्म श्री, कि जिसने मुजफ्फरपुर को इंडिया के मैप में, फीड मैप में लगाया, इंडिया के फीड में. तो मैंने कहा नहीं, हम लोग पद्म श्री के लिए काम नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग काम करते हैं कि हमको ये सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है कल को कि 1000 एम्प्लॉय का फैमिली, 50,000 फार्मर का फैमिली, 500 करोड़पति हम लोगों से बने. और जो एम्प्लॉय हमारे यहाँ आज 20 साल पहले 3000 सैलरी में थे, आज वो लोग 2 लाख सैलरी में है. पहले साइकिल से आते थे, आज कार से आते हैं. पहले झोपड़ी में रहते थे, अब अपने अपार्टमेंट में रहते हैं. हम लोगों को ये बहुत बड़ा सेटिस्फेक्शन लगता है. मतलब आई पर्सनली बिलीव, आई हैव गॉन इनटू स्पिरिचुअलिज्म रिसेंटली. 2-3 साल से मेरा स्पिरिचुअल इंक्लाइन काफी हो गया है. तो मेरे को ये लगता है कि जो बिजनेस है, जो ये वेल्थ क्रिएट करते हैं, ये हम अपने लिए नहीं करते हैं. दिस वेल्थ हैज टू बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, दिस नॉलेज हैज टू बी गिवन टू अदर फेलो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, फार्मर्स, रिटेलर्स, जिनसे वो लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा बेनिफिट उठा सके. और आई विल एनकरेज, आई एम विद दिस फोरम, एवरीवन इज फ्री टू टॉक टू मी, कॉल मी एनी टाइम. मैंने पैंडेमिक में लिंक्डइन में एक पोस्ट भी डाला था कि अगर किसी फेलो एंटरप्रेन्योर को कोई परेशानी हो रही है, कोई किसी से बात, देखिए क्या होता है, जो टॉप पर जो आदमी बैठा होता है ना एंटरप्रेन्योर, वो बेचारा किसी से डिस्कस नहीं कर पाता है, अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स वो अपने एम्प्लॉय से डिस्कस नहीं कर पाता, अपने कस्टमर से नहीं कर पाता, उसके दिमाग में जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं वो नहीं कर पाता। तो मैंने एक पोस्ट डाली थी लिंक्डइन पे कि पैंडेमिक, इन द मिडस्ट ऑफ द पैंडेमिक, कि अगर कोई एंटरप्रेन्योर ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहा है, मेरा मोबाइल नंबर है, यू कैन टॉक टू मी, आई विल कॉल यू, और मैं आपसे आधा घंटा 1 घंटा बात करूंगा। आई एम हैप्पी कि मेरे को करीब 12 लोगों ने कांटेक्ट किया, जिसमें से 5 लोगों से मेरी 3-4 दिन तक 1-1 घंटा 2-2 घंटा बात हुई, और मेरे को उनका थैंक यू मैसेज आया कि हमको इससे बेनिफिट हुआ। और मैंने ये इसलिए किया कि मेरे पास भी आज मेरे पास ऐसे लोग हैं जो बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी में हैं, श्री सीमेंट के एमडी हैं, टाटा स्टील के एमडी हैं, आईटीसी के एमडी हैं, उनको मैं एक मैसेज करता हूं कि सर मेरे को ये नॉलेज का हेल्प चाहिए, मेरे और उनके स्ट्रेचर में जमीन आसमान का अंतर है, बट आई हैव ऑलवेज फाउंड हेल्प। उन्होंने मेरे को हेल्प किया है। जो भी अच्छा आदमी है, जो भी स्पिरिचुअल आदमी है, दे ऑलवेज बिलीव इन हेल्पिंग अदर्स। और मेरा ये लाइफ का मिशन है कि हमको ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को एंटरप्रेन्योर बनाना है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को अपने नॉलेज का फायदा उठाना है। जो भी हमारे पास नॉलेज है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा फार्मर्स को इस बिजनेस में एनकरेज करना है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो टॉप ब्रेन है जो इंडिया में, I don't know background of Miss Shirley, I can see her, but we need people like Miss Shirley to graduate from IIM, IIT, to graduate from Stanford, Harvard, and come in agriculture, come in poultry business. यही मैं डॉक्टर महेश, दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू से। आई डोंट वांट टू टेक टू मच ऑफ योर।
वंडरफुल। आपने बोला ना, लगे रहो, दैट इज द मैसेज। एंड जैसे नाम है अनमोल फीड, आई कॉल नाउ अमित एज अनमोल। अनमोल इज इन अ स्पेशल, आप रियली स्पेशल है। आपने इंस्पिरेशन इतना बढ़ा दिया लोगों को। यू प्रूव दैट हाउ यू कैन टेल द रियल स्टोरी ऑफ भारत, बिहार और एनीथिंग is a real story of dreaming cycle to Ferrari. So that is where you understand. And Amit, your dream has come true. Let me introduce Mr. Manjit. He's just joined it. He has placed him back to India. He worked earlier in Silicon Valley with IBM, with other big top software companies. He is one of the entrepreneurs who has dreamt that the reality can be done in poultry too. Welcome, Mr. Manjit, for the panel. I think you know all of them. So we will go on with the next speaker. Thank you, Amit ji. To give you another glimpse of Amit's statement, he said, customer first philosophy. Customer first philosophy has proved that achievements are just milestones once we start the entrepreneurship. So achievements becomes milestones. So आप भूल जाइए, लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई जैसा, लगे रहो अमित जैसा, ऐसा हम बोलेंगे. So all the best. Thank you so much, Amit, joining from all the way Calcutta. Now let me introduce the second inspirational speaker, Mr. Kunal. Mr. Kunal is again, a graduate of BCom. So wonderfully, he dreamt that, why can't we do poultry entrepreneurship? So इन्होंने company रखा है Kuku Poultry. So wonderful name. The name itself is very attractive. Kuku means, you know that, how a chicken makes a sound. So he has implemented such a great organizational adaptation. They have adapted SAP. SAP, you would have heard, the German company, #1 software company, adapting SAP for where? Village panchayats. He has put a very good tagline. Our headquarters based at Gram Panchayat level in Alibag. Gram Panchayat level. भारत है विलेज में, हम लोग जाना है विलेज में इन्होंने, कुणाल ने करके दिखाया that they have 5 branches across Maharashtra. हम ग्राम पंचायत से भी ग्राम का उद्योग भी इंडिया को बढ़ाएंगे. So that is where inspiration have to drive. And he said that, as Amit said, his family is now 51,000 family है. इन्होंने 500 families से शुरू किया है. 500 families is being supported from Kuku. So that is our happiness now, satisfaction. We at Institute want to percolate more so that, a chain link जैसा अभी आपने देखा होंगे blue chip technologies or blockchain, ऐसा होना चाहिए our village में. So that is where Kunal comes into picture. Kunal has done such a wonderful effort in Maharashtra. All over to Kunal to listen to his story or his presentation. Over to Kunal.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mahesh Saji. My voice is clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Aram se boli.
Yes, great. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir, Chandrade sir, and great story I heard by Amit Kumar sir. I know about Anmol Feeds and everything, so it's like me कि ये भी ऐसे ही है कि मैं भी एक सीखने जैसे ही है मेरे लिए भी कि not only others, we are also junior than you. So it's really inspirations I'm getting from your speech. Just I share my presentations.
Please go ahead. You can share. Share the screen.
Yeah. Basically, I'm from Mumbai. My born and brought up in Mumbai and completed my school educations and college, everything did in Mumbai. Actually, this business is started by my father and my uncle in 1987. And that time, they both are the service under service government job. So they got an opportunity that Saturday, Sunday उनको ऑफ मिला, छुट्टी मिली. वो राजीव गांधी उन्होंने डिक्लेयर किया था 6 days वर्किंग, 5 days वर्किंग. सो वो टाइम पे उनको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली. दे स्टार्टेड एक पोल्ट्री बिजनेस एज अ पार्ट टाइम. और वो पोल्ट्री बिजनेस जो पार्ट टाइम चालू किया, तभी से लेके इन 2005 when I completed my graduation, तभी तक उन्होंने पार्ट टाइम करके वो अपना बिजनेस था वो चलाया. In 2005 I completed my graduations and then I planning था कि क्या करना है. It's like हर एक के मन में ऐसे हो जाता है कि क्वालिफिकेशन खत्म होने के बाद कि बिजनेस करना है या जॉब करना है. तो my family background is good, favorable for business and फैमिली का सपोर्ट था. बट फिर भी थोड़ा सा मन में डर था. बट वी आर कम टू नो कि चलो अपना खुद का बिजनेस है, उसको ही टेक ओवर करें. दैट टाइम इन 15 years बैक सेम लाइक स्टोरी कि ये रूरल एरियाज में जाना है और वहां पे सेटल होना है, तो कैसे करना है, क्या करना है. सो डैडी डिसाइडेड दैट डे कि तुम पहले आईपीएमटी का कोर्स करके आ जाओ 6 months का. सो आई ज्वाइन 6 months IPMT course in 2005 and completed that. वो 6 महीना, that 6 months in IPMT, Venkateshwara Hatcheries उन्होंने establish किया institute. That's a golden period because I got so knowledge about the poultry and technical. कम थोड़ा बहुत काम करता था, निकल जाता था. बट जो टेक्निकली नॉलेज जो मिला एंड वहां पे जो स्टाफ और उनका जो प्रीमाइसेस एवरीथिंग, इट्स रियली गुड. तो वो टाइम पे ऐसे ही था कि पोल्ट्री में आना है, बिजनेस करना है, घर का है, तो कुछ तो नॉलेज लेके आना है. जस्ट वी हैव अ सेटअप, सो डोंट कम डायरेक्टली. तो ऐसा सुन के मैं पोल्ट्री में आ गया. आने के बाद एक एक करके ये एक शुरुआत की. जैसे टिल 2005 तक हमारा एक ब्रॉयलर फार्म था 12,000 बर्ड्स कैपेसिटी का. देन आते ही देख लिया कि एज अ फार्मर वी स्ट्रगल फॉर गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ चिक्स. So we first planned for breeders. So when I was in IPMT, that time I only decided go for breeder. तो उधर ही मैंने वेंकटेश्वरा में कांटेक्ट करके ब्रीडर फार्म के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए मैंने कोशिश की और 2006-2007 में ब्रीडर फार्म स्टार्ट किया. देन ब्रीडर फार्म स्टार्ट करने के बाद देखा कि आगे जाके इसको हैचरी में भी लगना चाहिए अच्छी, क्योंकि विदाउट गुड हैचरी यू कांट प्रोड्यूस गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ चिक्स। तो हैचरी सेटअप कर दी। देन अर्लियर बर्ड फ्लू के बाद थोड़ा सा मतलब कैपिटल चला गया था। जैसे ही मैंने एंट्री किया पोल्ट्री के अंदर, और फर्स्ट शॉक आई गॉट इट इन 2006, नवापुर का बर्ड फ्लू का आउटब्रेक। सो दैट इज अ गुड लेसन फॉर मी कि जैसे ही आने के बाद आप एंट्री कर रहे हो फुल फ्रेश, और तुरंत आपको एक शॉक बैठ जाता है। तो वहां पे गवर्नमेंट्स का रूल्स रेगुलेशंस उसके ऊपर जो आया, उसके बाद उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया। दिस आर द वेरी लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स आई लर्न। कैसे यूनाइटेड रहना चाहिए, कैसे एसोसिएट रहना चाहिए अपने बाकी के फार्मर लोगों के साथ। एंड आफ्टर बर्ड फ्लू इम्पैक्ट इन May 2006, I started my contract farming also with a very small way. Here just एक 2000 कैपेसिटी का एक फार्म मिला था, एंड दैट टाइम आई वाज ओनली वन। मैं एक जन था, और मेरे हाथ के नीचे मेरे फार्म पे एक 8 से 9 लेबर थे। सो आई वाज दैट टाइम एज लाइक सुपरवाइजर। सो आई यूज्ड टू गो लाइन एज अ लाइन सुपरवाइजर, और वहां पे जाके विजिट्स करता था, लिफ्टिंग करता था। सो आई स्टार्टेड विद वेरी स्मॉल लेवल इन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ब्रॉयलर फार्मिंग। ब्रॉयलर फार्म का एक्सपीरियंस था, इसके लिए दिक्कत नहीं आई। देन मेरा पुराना ही एस्टेब्लिशमेंट था मैश प्लांट का। सो वो फीड बाहर से चिक्स, हैचिंग एग्स, ओवन हैचिंग एग्स, ऐसे करके करके मैनेज करके हम लोग ने टिल 2009 तक मैनेज किया। देन 2009 वी शिफ्टेड टू अनदर लोकेशंस। वहां पे ब्रीडर फार्म का कैपेसिटी बढ़ा दिया, बिकॉज द फर्स्ट स्लॉट वी आर टुक अराउंड 3000 ब्रीडर्स इन 3000 का 2 बैचेस वी हैव टेकन। और उसके बाद बढ़ाते बढ़ाते देन इन 2009 में से लेके 2012 तक 24,000 ब्रीडर्स पेरेंट्स कर दिए। बाद में मैश प्लांट का कैपेसिटी कम पड़ने लगा, इसके लिए बिग मैश प्लांट कैपेसिटी एस्टेब्लिश की 2012 में। सो अगेन आई केम इनटू द प्रोडक्शन। दैट टाइम आई वाज ओनली इन प्रोडक्शन। सो hatchery, breeder farm, feed mill, contract farming, that is a simple aim and game of जो ब्रॉयलर इंडस्ट्री का है। देन आई also routinely following same rule and same way I was doing the business. After that in 2016-17 वहां पे ऐसे लगा कि अपना कुछ ओन मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी भी होना चाहिए, बिकॉज वी आर सेलिंग द सेम वे हाउ दे अदर्स सेल। तो क्या करना चाहिए? सो आई स्टार्टेड इन 2017 माय प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट at a very small scale, around 200 birds per day. वो छोटा प्लांट था, मैनुअल था। आई जस्ट डिलीवर्ड दैट मटेरियल इन अलीबाग एरिया, बट इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फेज एक्चुअली फॉर द स्टार्ट एनीथिंग फ्रॉम स्क्रैच। और बहुत बार ऐसे होता था, ऑर्डर्स नहीं रहता था, ऑर्डर्स के लिए भी बहुत मारामारी चलती थी। ऑर्डर्स मिल गया तो बहुत कम क्वांटिटी, कम प्राइस, वेरी लो कॉस्ट, या विदाउट एनी मार्जिन वी हाउ टू रन आवर शो। बट सेम थिंग कि करना है, चालू रखना है, क्योंकि एवरीवन इज सेइंग मार्केटिंग करना है, मार्केटिंग करना है। बट हाउ वी कैन मार्केट, how can we can do the marketing, that is not in our hand. So we started our processing plant in 2017. So I'll show you some infrastructure. This is my breeder farm, currently capacity 38,000, totally depend on a Venkateshwara hatcheries, because they support me lot from initial, because they given the good breed to the farmer. आज जो भी सक्सेस है, in that there is a very good shares of Venkateshwara. This is my hatchery, around 5 lakhs hatching eggs. We do the customized setting also in our hatchery for own purpose and outsiders also. So we established this hatchery. Then in 2018, when I was planned for pellet mill, that time, even initial phase also, I used to stock raw materials somewhere, because raw material, because of the raw material rates and fluctuations, we suffered lot. तो ऐसे हो जाता था कि शुरुआत में मेरे पास जगह नहीं, तो मैं गवर्नमेंट वेयर हाउस जहाँ पे सांगली में या अदर प्लेस, सो आई यूज्ड टू स्टॉक मटेरियल ओवर देयर. तो उसका एक्सपीरियंस था कि मटेरियल स्टॉक कैसे करना है, क्योंकि मैंने देखा है कि ब्रॉयलर में आपके पास सेलिंग कॉस्ट आपके हाथ में नहीं है. सम ईयर वी गेट 70 रुपीज एवरेज सेलिंग रेट, कभी 68 मिल जाएगा, कभी 73 हो जाएगा. सो देयर इज ऑलवेज बी फ्लक्चुएशन. सो व्हाट इज इन आवर हैंड? जस्ट ओनली कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. अब कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन के लिए पूरा का पूरा आप कंसंट्रेशन परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर नहीं दे सकते. इट्स नॉट रियली गुड कि परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा आएगा तो आपके कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कम रहेंगे. सो वो कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन के लिए इनपुट कॉस्ट भी मैटर करती है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी प्लान फॉर स्टोरेज ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल्स, उसमें हेजिंग करना. इवन आई प्लेड इन एनसीडीएक्स आल्सो, बट आई एम नॉट सक्सेसफुल हो इन एनसीडीएक्स. आई फेल लॉट ऑफ टाइम. 6 बार कमाया एनसीडीएक्स में, 1 बार गवाया. दैट इज माय एक्सपीरियंस. Let's see, but that is also new thing I learned in NCDX. So pellet mill established kiya in 2018 with a silo, and that is my old mash plant in 2012. These are the main inputs of my CBF, contract boiler farming. Currently, I do only contract farming in western part of Maharashtra. Our aim, अमित कुमार सर ने जैसे कहा कि दे यूज टू ग्रो अपने अदर्स जो भी है, जो अपने अंडर काम करते हैं, उनको ग्रो करना है. द सेम एम वी आल्सो केप्ट. हेल्दी ब्रॉयलर, wealthy farmers, to train the farmers by updating their knowledge about poultry management by adopting new technologies. Therefore, by growing healthy broiler, farmer fetch more income. ये इनिशियल फेज से हम लोग ने गोल रखा, और उसके हिसाब से फार्मर्स को काफी सारा जो रिक्वायरमेंट था, चिक्स, तो चिक्स के लिए ब्रीडर फार्म, हैचरी, टेक्निकल सपोर्ट्स, फीड, सारा चीज फार्मर्स को अवेलेबल किया. तो इट्स लाइक उनको भी अच्छा हो गया कि एक इनकम मिल गया, एंड दे आर आल्सो वेरी कनेक्टेड टू अस. नाउ इन माय एरिया सम फार्मर्स आर वेरी क्लोज. वो जब कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है कोरोना और इसकी तरह, दे ऑलवेज कॉल मी, सर क्या होगा अभी आगे, डोंट वरी. ऐसा उनका एक वर्डिंग भी मिल जाता है फार्मर्स का, और सपोर्ट भी मिल जाता है. दैट्स अ रियली ग्रेट फॉर अस. बट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग इज ऑलवेज बी अ रिस्की पार्ट, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा इंडस्ट्री रोलर कोस्टर की तरह हो रहा है. लाइक इतना सारा प्रॉब्लम्स जा रहा है, और लास्ट 3-4 इयर्स में तो काफी स्क्वीज हो गया इंडस्ट्री ऐसे. दैट्स इज कैटास्ट्रोफिक इन लास्ट 3 इयर्स. आई शो यू द, जो आई एम नॉट, मतलब मैं डरा नहीं रहा हूं जो भी नए आ रहे हैं उनको, बट आई एम गिविंग द फैक्ट एंड हाउ टू कम आउट. मीन्स दिस इज अ situations. Last 3 years broiler industry suffered lot, but earlier we are enjoyed lot. Not only suffered lot means, but earlier the period was very good for the poultry industry. That's why we have made such a big infrastructure in within 10 years. The first step was the first catastrophic hamper was abnormally high maize price in 2019. Again same कि 2019 में अपना मक्के का प्राइस बढ़ गया, देन अगेन कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन काफी ज्यादा हो गया, और कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बढ़ने के बाद रियलाइजेशंस कम हो गया. थोड़ा सा मार्केट में कंपटीशन भी बहुत ज्यादा था, थोड़ा फ्लडेड था. एवरीवन इज इंक्रीज द कैपेसिटी. तो highest maize price 24-25 rupees, and average maize price is around 19 to 20 rupees the whole year. It's very difficult to survive the poultry industry. और उसके सामने realizations काफी कम था. So it's very difficult phase we have seen, but somehow we managed because of in 2018 we have established our silo. So we have managed some losses, reduce the losses, but losses तो losses है, थोड़े कम कर सकते हो but मिटा नहीं सकते इवन. सो ऐसे करके मैनेज कर दिया. सो ऑलवेज बी इन गुड ट्रैक कि क्या करना चाहिए. जैसे ये इंडस्ट्री के अंदर बहुत सारे स्टॉलवर्ड्स है, उनसे बात करेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि कब कौन सा चीज करना चाहिए. सबके कांटेक्ट में रहना चाहिए. दीज आर द इंस्टीट्यूट्स है, ये प्रैक्टिकल्स में जो बिजनेस कर रहे हैं उनके साथ, तो ये नॉलेज मिलेगा तो अपने लिए इजी हो जाएगा. Then second, rumor of chicken transmit COVID-19 February 20. This is a disaster. वो तो मतलब कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता. And after that, the world is changed and poultry industry also changed a lot. ये rumor of chicken होने के बाद एक्चुअली वहां पे ज्यादा हम लोग अफेक्ट हो गए, नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द लॉकडाउन एंड कोरोना पैंडेमिक. उसके बाद तो इंडस्ट्री रिकवर होना चालू हो गया. बट ये जो रूमर जो पोल्ट्री के ऊपर आता है, इसके लिए काफी सारी स्टेप्स ले ली, मींस महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट, इवन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो. बट वो जो इम्पैक्ट था वो होना था, वो हो गया था. Then this is a very actually individual level in Raigad district and somewhere coastal to the Maharashtra. वहां पे 3 जून 2020 को निसर्ग साइक्लोन आ गया. वहां पे मेरे कुछ फार्मर्स जो थे, फार्मर्स लोग, उनके फार्म्स अफेक्ट हो गए बिकॉज दे हैव कंस्ट्रक्टेड लो कॉस्ट शेड्स. Our infrastructure is very firm because of the we are spend lot and quality. Then this year we are facing or face, I think it's over, January, February, bird flu. And this is not in poultry actually, it's like wild birds, but again birds face is poultry. We are again suffered. These are the major crises. And I think so, my last 15-16 years, I have never seen such a crisis, like back to back. But still, show must go on. जो चल रहा है अच्छी तरह से करना है, जो हाथ में है उसके लिए भागना है. और इसके लिए मैं ये जो हुआ क्राइसिस, इसके अंदर ओवरकम करने के लिए कुछ सपोर्ट्स मिले, एंड दैट्स अ रियली ग्रेट सपोर्ट्स. वो सपोर्ट्स भी इसके लिए मिले कि our missions deal with us, progress with us. Our company believes in working together with business partners through our shared value, creating nature bonds and building relationships. It is said unity is a strength, and this belief lies at the core of our company. By working together, both become stronger to establish the organizations. This is an aim which given by my parents, my father, my uncle, and everyone. It's really great कि last 14 years, 15 years, my individual records was cleared. That's why I again stand up. The first government, कुछ भी हो गया, पर गवर्नमेंट इस बार काफी अच्छा सपोर्ट दिया in कोरोना, in bird flu. I don't think so they are not supported. ऐसे कुछ हुआ है, ऐसे नहीं हुआ. In because I see in 2006 वहां पे जब फर्स्ट हो गया था, तभी गवर्नमेंट also was confused कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, what is bird flu, how to react. But this time is picture थोड़ा सा बदला नजर आ गया. Then again our bankers, अपना ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड तो अच्छा रखना ही चाहिए. बिजनेस के अंदर बैंक इज अ वेरी गुड रोल और मेजर रोल है, क्योंकि लास्ट 12 years दिस बैंक इज कनेक्टेड टू मी एंड उन्होंने काफी अच्छा सपोर्ट किया. जब भी आई नीड फंड्स फॉर एनी प्रोजेक्ट्स, आई नीड एनीथिंग, वो सपोर्ट तो उनसे ही मिला. नॉट इवन फॉर द न्यू प्रोजेक्ट्स, इवन दिस पैंडेमिक 10% जो रिलीज हो गया, 20% GCL हो गया, FITL हो गया, जस्ट आपका शो चालू रखना वर्किंग कैपिटल में, तो उन्होंने अच्छा सपोर्ट किया. इवन अवर बिजनेस पार्टनर्स, वी आर अपने सप्लायर, दैट इज ऑल्सो मस्ट, दे आर सपोर्ट मी लॉट. ये पीरियड में भी उन्होंने मुझे चालू रखने के लिए, बिजनेस करने के लिए काफी सपोर्ट किया. एसोसिएशन, दे हैव मेड डिड वेरी गुड जॉब. वसंत कुमार सर, द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र एसोसिएशन, वो मुझे फोन करके पूछते थे मॉर्निंग में, तू है ना अभी भी उस तरह स्पिरिट है ना? पूछते थे फोन करके कि बाबा तू डिमोरलाइज नहीं हुआ ना? वो मुझे हिस्ट्री बताते थे कि पास्ट में कैसे हो गया था, 96 में कैसा आ गया था, ये कैसे हुआ था, इससे भी हम लोग ओवरकम करेंगे. जो मॉरल सपोर्ट और मोटिवेशन देते थे, नॉट ओनली मी, आई थिंक सो उन्होंने सबको दिया जो महाराष्ट्र के अंदर है, और जो बाकी के लोग हैं उन्होंने एक दूसरे के साथ काफी शेयर किया. लास्ट एंड लीस्ट, जो भी है, फ्रेंड्स, फैमिली फ्रेंड्स, स्कूल फ्रेंड्स, एवरी फ्रेंड्स, पोल्ट्री फ्रेंड्स, उन्होंने काफी सपोर्ट किया. नॉट ओनली इन टर्म्स ऑफ सजेशंस एंड मॉरली मोटिवेट करना और सपोर्ट मिलना, दैट इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग. सो who those are the coming new, right from beginning, think this all the way कि ये लोग सब जन हम अपने साथ होने चाहिए और इनके साथ कभी भी कनेक्टेड रहना चाहिए ताकि ग्रो करने के लिए इजी हो जाए. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग करने के बाद, ये अप एंड डाउन देखने के बाद, इन 2017 आई स्टार्टेड माय प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट. देन प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट रिटेल में जाना बहुत मुश्किल लग रहा था, बिकॉज अवर कंज्यूमर इज नॉट रेडी टू अडॉप्ट फ्रेश शील्ड फ्रोजन चिकन, और वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू सेल लाइव बर्ड्स इन मार्केट. इन्वेंटरी कंट्रोल करना, स्टॉक मैनेज करना, रिटेल शॉप के अंदर मैनेज करना, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो आई यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट सेम थिंग टू, उनको फ्रेश शील्ड कैसे दूं, क्या दूं, उनको कैसे करूं, बट आई रियली फेल्ड टिल कोरोना. कोरोना के अंदर बॉम्बे पूरा लॉकडाउन हो गया, होटल इंडस्ट्री खत्म हो गया. खत्म मीन्स दैट स्टॉप. तो मेरा पास प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट आया. आई रियली सरप्राइज कि कैसे करूं अब इसको, प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट को कैसे चलाऊं, बिकॉज वो तो चलना तो चाहिए. सो आई सीन द फर्स्ट एडवर्टाइजमेंट ऑफ डीमार्ट कि वो होम डिलीवरी चालू किया था उन्होंने इन April 1 में, कि आप घर में हो, घर में बैठे रहो, आपको बिल्डिंग का ऑर्डर लेंगे और पूरा बिल्डिंग या सोसाइटी को होम डिलीवरी दे वाज डूइंग. तो हम लोग ने भी सोचा, और बॉम्बे के अंदर जो भी कनेक्शंस थे, जो फ्रेंड्स थे, उनसे मिलके होम डिलीवरी स्टार्ट किया. वी गॉट वेरी गुड रिस्पॉन्स फ्रॉम देम, और दैट इज रियली ग्रेट फॉर मी कि मुझे एक थोड़ा सा ओपन अप मिल गया ऑनलाइन के लिए. देन मैंने प्रमोट किया मेरा एप्लीकेशन कुकू पोल्ट्री फार्म का, एंड वहां पे चिकन के सारे प्रोडक्ट्स विद मैरिनेशन प्रोडक्ट्स सब चालू कर दिया. मेरा होलसेल के लिए पैकिंग 2 kg का है, एंड रिटेल का पैकिंग ये है, एंड दिस इज माय कार्ट कि इतने सारे प्रोडक्ट्स. Now I can see the only production is a not good method to survive in industry. आपको कुछ भी करके रिटेल में जाना पड़ेगा एनी हाउ. सो बर्ड फ्लू के अंदर जब भी मेरा रिटेल, सॉरी कोरोना के अंदर जब भी मेरा रिटेल होलसेल का था, सो मैंने वो टाइम पे काफी मटेरियल स्टॉक कर दिया. इवन होल बर्ड्स around 100 tons in cold room I stock. जैसे ही लॉकडाउन ओपन हो गया, आफ्टर 6 months थोड़ा ओपन हो गया होटल इंडस्ट्री, पहले टेक अवे चालू हो गया, बाद में वो होटल इंडस्ट्री ओपन हो गया. इन टिल दिसंबर टोटली मैंने सेल कर दिया, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मैंने लास्ट 3 years वो पेन ले लिया था प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट का, तो वो इम्पैक्ट मिल गया। एंड अगेन रिटेल के लिए मुझे जंप मिला। सो देयर इज अपॉर्चुनिटी। और बहुत बार ऐसे हो गया कि जैसे रिटेल में चालू करो, बट चालू करने के बाद बहुत बार फेलियर आता था। पर फेलियर के साथ कभी ना कभी उसमें सक्सेस आएगा। दैट इज अ ग्रेट सक्सेस फॉर मी कि कोरोना के अंदर मैंने मटेरियल स्टोर करके रख दिया, उसका रियलाइजेशन मिल गया। अगेन दैट इज इंक्लूडिंग माय कॉस्ट रियलाइजेशन। आप जैसे रॉ मटेरियल स्टॉक करते हैं, कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस के ऊपर कम लेके आते हो, वैसे आप रियलाइजेशन अच्छा लेके आ जाते हो, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो एडेड इन योर margin. This is my advertisement, what I do. These are the certifications of my all the जो भी है. Even my one of brother is automobile engineer, so we started our transport fleet. Raw materials खुद के लेके आ जाते हैं, फीड डिस्पैच करते हैं, होल्ड वैन है, होल्ड स्टोरेज टू सप्लाई ऑल द chickens and all. This is a model we are implemented because controlling operations is very important in poultry. This is our team. Employees first. Always be employees first to give opportunities for employment and stable income to local people, which is a step to discourage migration and urbanizations. This is our aim. So we have set up our head office in Gram Panchayat in village. This is my family team. My father, me, my brother who looks sales and marketing, my another brother Unka Patre. He is he was staying 14 years in UK. वहां से IT job करने के बाद back to India, स्वदेश की तरह वो भी बाकी इंडिया में आ गए. Then my uncle Prashant Patre and Shreyas, he's a automobile engineer. So all are in poultry. This is my simple and shortest story. If anything you need, any help, any questions, just nearby me or everything is, I'm open. And thank you, Dr. Mahesh sir. You have given me opportunity to speak, and really thanks to everyone.
Thank you, Kunal ji. You can stop the screen sharing so that panel can be visible.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. No, it's great to listen to Kunal Patre and the Patre family, so as to say that he has created wonders in poultry. So that's how we always want that success stories to come from grounded. If you see in 2006, he started journey of 15 years. He claims now helping Western Maharashtra, where you all know that how much difficulty is there for the livelihood and lives. So that is what the real inspiration Mr. Kunal Patre has brought in for the panel here. I think that stories, whoever is listeners and future listeners. And another interesting aspect I will tell you to the panel, you'll not believe our live was watched less, but night 1 a.m., 2 a.m. our videos are watched. So I feel that entrepreneurs are active in the morning hours, late in the evening, your all videos will be watched so thoroughly. So that is what we have observed. But now I can see about 100, 200 people are live with me. But in the night, by that you'll have 2,000 viewership. So by which we want to multiply in a great extent. Thank you, Kunal Patre. I think whoever want to have a small bio break, we can have about 2-3 minutes bio breaks, because I don't want everybody to be stacked up, because people will feel that sir आपने अवसर नहीं दिया हमको चेयर से उठने के लिए. अभी चेयर से उठने के लिए अवसर दे देंगे. 5 मिनट, अभी 11:45 है. 5 मिनट we will close the maybe we will manage it by chit chatting each other here. Whoever wants to have a bio break, you can go on, because since it is going live in YouTube, we have to talk something, otherwise it goes blank. So my request to the audience, whoever is watching through YouTube or through Facebook or through our Zoom, I request you to go for a bio break and relax, have एक अंडा and वापस आ जाओ 5 मिनट के बाद. So अभी हम बीच में बात करेंगे. I think I'll talk to Manjit. So Manjit, how are you? and you're muted. Manjit, you are muted. You are yeah, how are you? Fantastic. You can meet Dr. Sharad, Sagar Aras, and then Kunal, and then Amit also joined in the office background. घर से अभी तभी आ गया office में. Ranade ji also is there. I think Shirley has some network issues. We will try to get connected because she requested me for 2 minutes to go for a different laptop. Anyway, we have given for a bio break for the audience. You can chat in between us so that, sir, Ranade sir, any question to Amit ji and Kunal ji?
Hello.
Ranade ji थोड़ा उठ के चले गए. अभी I think Amit, any suggestions for Mr. Kunal? No, you are the big brother in the panel.
The Kunal's story is very interesting, and I feel people like Kunal should become more active in industry panels, industry associations, which can benefit more and more people. And if you become active in industry association, people like us also will come to know more about you. And when I saw this, because sitting here, no, we don't know that who are the new entrepreneurs who are coming and what kind of work they are doing. So, Dr. Mahesh, I think you have designed a great program, and like what I've seen in most of the poultry things, you listen to same people again and again. But in your
no repetition.
no repetition, and all people who has done things differently, innovation is there. And I think you should continue to do same. Find people whom nobody knows.
Definitely.
They
That
have
is our motto.
Yeah.
Any comments from Kunal?
It's really great that we all are together over here, and it's really spiritual because I know Sherlin's father, because we both was in Dubai in I think 2010 or 11 somewhere. So this is a very good part actually what we are, because the new faces are coming, new things are coming, lots of knowledge and sharing is very much required to everyone. It's a great one.
I would like to just add a little bit. Both Amit ji and Kunal ji, it was wonderful, no doubt about it. But for you two, as well as the speakers who are yet to speak, maybe Manjit also, or Sagar, or Shirley, during your talk, if you could mention the most crucial moment, सबसे कठिनाई का क्षण कौन सा था अभी तक के जर्नी में आपका, and how you overcome that, and along with that you can also share the best possible moment which you can think of. Like, for example, the best moment when I was working on a farm, the daily mortality used to be 4,000 plus. Within 3 months, we brought it down to double figures. On one particular day, it was only 97, just within 3 months. That was Harmina farm way back in 1986, 87. That was, I still remember that day was the best day in my life. I could do the reduction in the mortality from 4,000 plus to double figures within 3 months. So if this could be shared, the worst moment and the best moment, that gives more inspiration for the people. How you tackle the difficult situations and how you came out of it, that's also important. And what you achieved at the end of the day, what's the best moment. अगर हो सके तो ये भी शेयर कर देना.
Thank you, sir. We will have everyone to speak at the end. I've already made a note. Worst moment and best moment. सब तैयारी रखिए. Finally, I'll come as a panel discussion for the end. Now, I think Ms. Shirley is back.
Doctor, can you hear me? One second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Don't worry. I request everybody to go for mute. I think everybody is muted. Again, let me introduce my third speaker for the day. As Amit was telling, हमने ढूंढ के लेके आते हैं. हमने commitment किया when I started this program, and I'll tell you my story also. See, I did my MBA from IIMB when in 2009 and 2011, I was supposed to join TCS or McCain. हमने उधर डिसाइड किया नहीं भैया हम वापस आएंगे, सरकारी में रहेंगे. So the reach here in the government is so good. You travel from Leh Ladakh to Kanyakumari, from Sikkim to Gujarat. And my hobby has been, motivating, inspirational and other things. So that's why I feel happy that, jobs we are doing is fantastic. And coming back to the story of Entrepreneurs Day, सितंबर में एंटरप्रेन्योर्स डे नहीं था. सुबह मैं हर रोज 6 बजे उठता हूँ, 15 से 20 किलोमीटर साइकिल जाता हूँ. वो साइकिलिंग इज द टाइम वेयर आई रियली क्रिएट अ डे. होल दिन का प्रोग्राम आई विल बी माई सेल्फ एंड आई विल बी विथ माई सेल्फ. वो दिन में मेरे को आइडिया आया, अरे इतना दोस्त है मेरे साथ, उनका स्टोरी क्यों नहीं हम दिखाएंगे. व्हाई कांट अ स्टोरी लाइक यंग टर्क्स. CNBC 18 में आप शिरीन को, you would have must have seen Shirin Banu, CNBC TV 18, there is a concept called Young Turks. So वो concept मैं चुराया. मैं बोला वही हम मुर्गी में करेंगे. Why can't we bring in young Turks who are really doing good in our country, and that stories can be documented. Now I am attempting to develop an app so that now YouTube channel में overload हो गया. अभी 50 videos है. ऊपर वाला देखते, नीचे वाला नहीं देखते. इसीलिए हमने क्या कर रहे हैं, अभी ऐप बना रहे हैं. ऐप में टच ऑफ द स्क्रीन यू कैन चूज, और इवन यू कैन स्पीक टू आई जस्ट वांट टू लिसन अमित सरोगी, वो आ जाएगा. सो ऐसा हम कर रहे हैं. सो दैट इज आवर अटेम्प्ट. नाउ कमिंग बैक टू शर्ली, हु इज माय गुड फ्रेंड्स डॉटर. विंसेंट इज माय गुड फ्रेंड इन मैंगलोर, एंड हमने ट्राई कर रहे हैं विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को लाने के लिए. लास्ट टाइम वी ब्रॉट फ्रॉम डोलगैडो सिस्टर्स फ्रॉम प्राइम चिकन. सो दिस टाइम आई हैव शर्ली कुटिना from Ideal Chicken, Anupama Group, and Vincent is such a great gentleman. He has created again like Patare family. Unka family mein, unka damad, daughter, and everybody want to be in the poultry. So that proves that poultry is good. See, Patare bola na, America se leke aake unka family mein murgi mein dala. So lage raho Munna bhai jeetega. Lage raho Munna bhai jeetega. So that is the background. With that, I will go to Shirley Kutina to Mangalore. She's joining all the way from Mangalore for her presentation about story of Ideal Chicken. All over to Shirley.
A very good evening to you all. I would like to share my screen.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Mahesh. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yes. I would like to thank Dr. Mahesh and CPDTO for giving me this opportunity to present the story of Ideal Chicken today, to talk about our brand Ideal Chicken. So a very big thank you to your team, sir.
Pleasure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, I would introduce myself. I'm Shirley Kutina. I'm daughter of Mr. Vincent Kutina. And my father started this business, Anmol Feeds and Farms, in the year 2005. It's a family-owned and run business. So from a very young age, I've seen my dad strive in poultry. And from a very long time, actually from the beginning of his career, he has been into the poultry sector. And this is how he has gained vast knowledge and experience before he could start his own company in the year 2005. Back then, I would just listen to dad talk about poultry from a very young age. And that is how I got to know about poultry. If not internally or if not in depth, I definitely knew bits and pieces of poultry from whatever I heard from dad, whatever he would speak to his peers and colleagues and other company people. So that is how I was introduced to poultry at a very young age. I did my bachelor's in engineering in the year and completed it in the year 2014. And very soon I joined business. Initially, I was doubtful as to whether this is what I want to do in future, as I was not sure if business is something I want to go ahead with, or I just want to, do my own thing or join somewhere else. I was very doubtful. So what I decided, okay, we have a family business. Let me try it out. Without trying, there's no point, talking about whether it's good or no. Let me try it out and see whether it's working for me. So I joined business in the very same year, 2014 of my graduation. And I got placed into the finance and administration department by my father. Initially, the first 3 to 4 months, my dad wouldn't assign me anything. He would just make me sit beside him as he would speak with everyone in the industry. He would just make me sit beside him. He did not give me a KT as such, you have to do this, you have to do that. He never told me anything as such. So I was clueless in the beginning. It's not like an IT industry where, you get a set of books or set of papers and you are explained this is the steps to do it and this is how you have to take it forward. No, nothing. But then I just had to observe my dad do things, and that is how I gradually came to know what is happening in the business. And eventually he started to take me out to different seminars and conferences, and I started meeting people, and that is when I realized poultry is such a big industry. I mean, you sit at home or you sit with a plate of chicken and you think, okay, this is just a small thing. You get chicken from the store and then you cook it and you eat it. But then there is so much involved in getting the chicken to your plate. And that is when I realized this is a big industry. It requires a lot of effort. It has a lot to learn and it has a lot to give me in return. So that is how I was interested in this business. I completed 1 year in the beginning of understanding what's happening in business, and I realized this is where I want to continue. And that's how very soon in the coming months, I'll be completing 7 years of my tenure in this business. So I will briefly tell you what operations are involved in this business. We have breeder farming, wherein parent stock is from Venkateshwara hatcheries. We have hatchery, broiler farming, which is own and contract farming. Feed production and supply. We have both poultry and cattle feed production and supply. Broiler meat processing and supply. B2B and B2C sales. And also we have started with e-commerce or online app. I was just listening to Mr. Kunal's presentation, and I have to say that we are pretty much close to what you're doing, and it is nothing but you have explained what process we are going through. So I will come to the story of Idle Chicken, how we started and how we have come this far. Idle Chicken was founded in the year 2005 by my father, along with few employees, maybe 4 or 5. We started with the mash feed mill, which is 10 tons capacity per day. So those days we would produce mash feed, and then we would distribute it among the local farmers. Eventually, we decided we want to get into broiler farming, and we started with broiler farming through integrated farming or contract farming. With a very few number of contract farmers. And we would feed these farms with our mash feed that is generated from our feed mill. And then we started with our retail store, B2C unit, in the very same year, 2005. We realized our product has to reach our customers, and they should understand what we are producing. And that's when we started with Ideal Chicken in the year 2005. So you can say this is when our brand commenced, or the very beginning of our brand. So apart from farm level live bird sales, we also started selling chicken through our retail stores. Back in those days, there was no much concept about this thing, net meat or processed meat. So we were processing the bird in the shop level, and we would supply live birds. We also realized that there are many other retailers in the locality who require live birds. So we started providing them with live birds through our B2B chain. We started line sales of live birds. We would provide chicken to all the traders and other retailers in the area. And that is how we build up our live bird capacity in our farming. Also, we realized that the type of chicks that we get in our farm may not be of that great quality, or we may not have a lot of assurance as to how is the quality of the chick in our farm level. So we decided we would want our own hatchery. So we started our own hatchery, and we would buy hatching eggs from other breeders, and we would hatch the chick in our hatchery and rear the complete produce in our farm. So this way, we were sure that the chicks that we are producing are of good quality, and this way we could add one more milestone to our production. Also, over the years, the demand for meat gradually increased, and also in our retail units, we started supplying our customers with neck or processed meat or manually processed meat, you can say. We realized that people want to change from live meat to processed meat. This is not a sudden change, but a gradual change in the demand of processed meat. So we understood that this is what we require, not just the retail market, also the hoteliers and the restaurants, they require processed meat in bulk. So we decided to open up our own meat processing plant so that we could cater the needs of processed meat requirement in the market. This way, we also started to have B2B sales of meat sales, and we incorporated this mode even in our retail stores. We started having packed materials in our retail stores. We started presenting our meat in different cuts. So it's not necessary that a customer comes to your store and you have to give them the entire bird. So they might require only the breast piece or only the leg piece, and that's how we started to cater to our retail customers, and they loved it. I mean, everybody wants to choose what best suits their recipe, and that is what we started to do. By now, our mash feed mill was completely exhausted, or you can say our requirement of feed had gone much beyond what is the capacity of our mash feed. And so we decided to start up with our own pellet feed mill in the year 2014. So we started with our own pellet feed mill in year 2014, and we started to supply feed in pellet form to our farms. This way, we had to do a lot of changes into our formulations, and also it took us some time to adapt to this new kind of feed that we had in hand. And a few years back, we wanted to add another thing to our production line, and that would be broiler breeder farming. We started getting breeders from Venkateshwara hatcheries, and this way our requirement of breeders or the hatching eggs could be facilitated by our own breeder farms. Although our requirement of hatching eggs is not completely met by the current breeder farming capacity that we have, it only ensures that 30% of our capacity is fulfilled. We look forward to have further expansions in our breeder farming capacity so that we can eventually fulfill our entire requirement of hatching eggs. Whatever deficit amount of hatching eggs that we have, we directly procure it from Venkateshwara hatcheries. This way, we have control over what we are procuring and what we are producing. And this makes me feel very proud to say that, we also have stepped foot into our e-commerce platform, that is our online app. And this just 2 years ago, we started with our e-commerce platform. We started with Ideal Chicken online app, and we slowly started to market our produce through this platform. What we started to do is we started converting our customers who come to our retail stores, asking them to switch on to our online app and then get the product delivered to their doorstep with a very hassle-free process. So customers started to like this facility that we have, and this is, I feel, the much required need of the industry as on today, because there are many other companies that are coming up with e-commerce platform who are also not producers. But we, being the producers, if we can present to our customer our produce through online app, then it would be a very good thing. Because if you're producing something from scratch and then you have total control over your produce, then you have to cater to your customers and tell them that this is the best thing that you are giving them. So we started with our online app, and this app really helped us during Corona times, the COVID times, when everything was shut down and shops would be open for mere few hours. And there were a few weeks where shops had to be completely closed down. When even essentials were not allowed in the initial few days, but then only permission was given to online delivery. So this was the moment that our app actually shined in Mangalore. So people got to know that, Ideal Chicken, there is something called as online delivery by Ideal Chicken, and you just have to log into their app and you'll get the chicken to your doorstep. I mean, what more thing do you want? Sitting at home and have your chicken of interest with your beautiful recipe. And that is what we did. During Corona times, we started getting too many orders. I mean, we were not expecting it, but it was a beautiful thing to see that our app picked up within just a day time. And during such times, this is the app is the only thing that helped us. I mean, you had so much produce in your farms, and you don't have a more to give it to your customers. But then this is how we were able to get through the lockdown period. So apart from these, my father is also interested in agriculture. We do a lot of agriculture, like paddy, alkanet, and rubber. And these are the few things that we do apart from our main broiler farming and broiler industry related thing. We also do organic manure. We generate solar energy, biogas, and also do dairy farming. We have about 60 cattle in our dairy farm, to which we give our own cattle feed produced in our plant. This is how we realize that there is a good market for cattle feed, and we market our feed in the name of Ideal Feeds. So initially, we were just making cattle feed to feed our cattle. This is a urea-free feed, and eventually people started to ask from where you're getting the feed, and we are like, we do it ourselves. And people started to see the difference or the improvement in the milk yield that they were getting, and gradually our cattle feed also developed, and the market is beautifully developing these days. So these are, in short, if I have to say, these are the different sectors that we have covered in our company. And the majority or the major share of this goes to our integration. I feel proud to say that we have a very sophisticated integration system, that is our broiler farming system. It is the backbone of our company. We have 2 lakh chicks placement per week, and we make sure that the quality is not compromised. And we ensure that there is very good biosecurity in our farms. And because of all this, we are able to get best performance in our farms. We were also recognized by Poultry Fortune in the year 2016 as the best broiler integrator. And because of our efforts in integration, we are able to give very good produce to our customers. Our integration is diverted, our produce is products are diverted into 4 sections of sales. 30% of our farm produce has been sold as at the farm level as B2B sales, and 30% is sold as live bird sales, B2B sales again, and 15% is sold as processed meat sales. And the remaining 25% is sold as B2C through retail or e-commerce. We are actually looking forward to increase this percentage, that is 25% of retail and e-commerce. We gradually want to increase this, and because that is what is required from the industry for the future. So in total, we produce broiler production per day of 55 tons. So this way, we have completely closed the cycle from broiler parent stock to hatchery to broiler farming to live bird line sales, meat processing and supply, and also retail sales and e-commerce. We feel happy to say that we have completed the cycle, and for future, we look forward to optimize these operations that we are having, and also see that we can standardize these things in the coming years. Apart from this, we look forward to step foot into following sectors, that is stock points for raw material, which is very important in the current world, owing to the much fluctuations that are happening in the raw material. We also look forward to have easy farming to build efficient productivity, manufacturing and supply of RTC and RTE products. It is also very required, I feel, and organic chicken, digital marketing and brand management. This is something that everybody has to invest in because we all are striving so hard to produce the best chicken, but we are not striving hard enough to actually communicate to our consumer how best is our chicken. So I feel digital marketing and brand management is very important. We also look forward to set foot in layer farming for table eggs production. Apart from this, there are various things that can be done in the future, but these are the things that I can think of right now. So how did we reach this phase, or how did Ideal Chicken develop to what it is today? So I feel proud to say that our company is not just human oriented or consumer oriented. Our company is also technology oriented. During this era, the internet is also a basic need to everyone. So I feel that we need to incorporate this technology into our business so that our business can progress much more ahead than what we imagine. So by incorporating technology in our business, we see that we have complete accountability and transparency. We create a very customer-friendly approach so that customer can easily approach us and get what they require. We have online billing system, not just online billing system between the company and the consumer. We also ensure that there is online transaction or data collection happening within the company, within our internally in our branches. So this way, we are reducing a lot of manual paperwork. By seeing that all this is happening on online platform, we make sure that there is real-time data generation. Due to this, we are able to do centralized operations, and we are able to get better analysis and make better decisions. Today, we are a family of 500 plus employees, 500 plus contract farmers, 200 plus indirect laborers. We have 2 feed mills, 3 processing plants, 1 breeding farm, 1 hatchery, 10 B2B units, and 17 B2C units. I also feel proud to say to you that we do cater to 10,000 plus customers. And this has been a beautiful journey in the past 7 years for me in the business. But it has been 16 years for our business and much more for my dad with regard to the poultry industry. So shortly, I have told you about the story of Ideal Chicken. I thank Dr. Mahesh for giving me this opportunity to discuss with everyone. Actually, I've not met anyone in this panel, but I'm very excited and happy to have met you all. And already I have attended 2 seminars and they have been beautiful, and also look forward to listen to the rest for the day. I thank Dr. Mahesh for coming up with such a program so that, young entrepreneurs like us also get introduced to the industry. This way we are more energized and enabled to do better in business. I also call upon many other entrepreneurs who are young to come into this business, especially the ladies, because this is a male-dominated industry. There are very few ladies. I've been to many seminars and programs wherein I would be the only lady in the hall. It would be very embarrassing initially, but then it is an advantage in one way because I would be noted very clearly by all the men. So I would say that to all the ladies in India, to please do come and step foot into poultry industry. It's a beautiful industry, and there is much to learn and much to offer. And by this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you
so much. You can close the screen sharing. You can stop the screen sharing so that it will be easy for us to interact. And I hope the panelists and the audience who are watching in all the manner will agree. Such a clarity. See, at young age, you can see Shirley being a daughter of Vincent, at young age, the generation next is safe. What I feel is, poultry is safe with the generation next. The clarity of understanding, the value chain, entire mapping, and they know that how to really make chalta rehna hai, chalana hai. Whatever you said all of now, it is really appreciative of Shirley. I hope that, when you said why women are not coming, now I think, all the daughters in the panel, definitely they'll convert tomorrow to enter into the poultry chain. Whoever has daughters or wives or, whoever has sisters, and everybody will come. You have put in such a nice message to the women out in India that, poultry is glamorous. Don't worry that, poultry है, ganda business है, वो सब कुछ नहीं है. And, you know that poultry conferences happen in 7-star hotels. And poultry has such a great remark now. Go and ask Thomas Cook. Go and ask other people. Before Corona, the majority of poultry family used to go to and book for holidays abroad. So that is the legacy of poultry. No doubt, everybody, the message is clear. Murgi palan karna hai to maa banna hai. That is my clear message. That means you should take care a chick like a mother for first to 15 days. And coming back to her interesting points, I want to message to everybody that converting customer visiting the shop. See, now 90% is live sales. So how do you want to convert them to ease of business or ease of going into your purchases? Make them use the digital technology. Put them into app, convert them into websites, convert them to reachability, so that the ease of husbands going in the weekend only for the shops, bibi chirag ho jayega, the wife will be angry if I don't buy the chicken from a dirty shop. That message will change. So now every woman is having an app, having an idea that clean shops are available. Go walk and pick the chicken, or omni-channel, convert those shops, customers into online. And another message to you all, why can't we hire a brand ambassador for our sector, wherein we have around 101.5 lakh crore business? Can we not spend 5 crores, 10 crores? I'm not aiming for small. Can we aim tomorrow Amitabh Bachchan? Can we aim Aishwarya Rai? Can we aim, a top actress or top actor in the business? We'll pay them. But what will happen is, see the conversion. Let's say you get Amitabh Bachchan to speak on chicken. Definitely he's eating chicken. Definitely he's eating eggs. Go and ask Amir Khan. Go and ask Shah Rukh Khan. Go and ask, Alia Bhatt, etc., whoever. Even, latest actress. Everybody's consuming. Kindly mute it. Kindly mute. So what is the message I want to say is, this is a call for the industry. Put your money, 1.5 lakh crore money. I just want 5 crores. I just want 10 crores. I will give you the agency to hire Amitabh Bachchan. I will give you the agency to hire the top class people. We are shy away from promoting our own product. जैसे मैंने शुरू में बताया, दवा मत खाओ, अंडा खाओ. Imagine that if Amitabh Bachchan says this, Mahesh saying may not be that powerful. Imagine that Amitabh Bachchan coming and saying, vitamin mat khao, protein mat khao. आपका विटामिन जरूरत के लिए, आपका मिनरल जरूरत के लिए अंडा खाओ. अमिताभ बच्चन बोलने से कैसे लगेगा? Think on that line. Thank you very much, Shirley, for joining from Mangalore. Now we will move on to the next speaker, Mr. Sagar Aras. Again, a wonderful gentleman, good friend of mine, and he has been a consistent visitor for our institute. I know him from the past 1 decade. He's an MBA graduate. Can you believe he's an MBA graduate? He established a concept called August Backyard Chicken Private Limited, ABC Private Limited. Based out of Mysore, he loves agriculture, reading books and traveling. Visited 8 countries on business just to know about poultry in Europe. He went, and awards and recognition, Best Agri Entrepreneur from Department of Agriculture 2017, among top 100 companies, among top 100 companies in India under social entrepreneurship model, SME Year Award for 2019, Best SME Agriculture 2019, Best Quality Product Award 2019 from Blind Wing Company. So what else I can explain to about Sagararas. Sagararas is a bubbling young gentleman and harping on a different journey. Till now, you heard from Amit, you heard from Kunal, you heard from Shirley about broiler, about feed, which is a different ball game. So now you are going to hear from him the colored chicken, which was a legacy of our tradition. India has a legacy of chicken being a delicate product only on the weekend. When I remember when I used to go to village for with the grandpa, the festival mood means chicken. So that was a time when we had color chicken. So now we are having a niche market. I introduced Manjunath in the earlier Entrepreneurs Day. He's again a great like Sagar Happy Hen Farms. Can you believe he's selling egg at $50? So that is a reality now. $50 an egg is a reality. Why can't we harp on a niche area of free range? Organic may be difficult, as Shirley was visualizing. Getting organic certification is very difficult, but getting free range certificate. Now in India, only Happy Hen Farms is certified as free range farm from a European Union. So that is available now. Go get the certificates of the world. So India is calling now. Everybody is coming. In the day one presentation, I showed the richest man, Jeff Bezos. I know Jeff Bezos is having Amazon with $1.9 trillion, and his own worth is $200 trillion. Why I am telling story $200 billion story is he has to come to Mumbai. He has to come to Mumbai and present in a kirana shop because he is hiring 2 million kirana shops. 2 million kirana shops for distribution of Amazon. So Bezos, the number one guy in the world now, $200 billion wala bhi India aana hai. Hamara kirana shop ko aana hai. So that is a message is clear. So India is in the making of world leader and food sector is number one. So why can't we do that niche market? With this again pumping energy for the audience, I just want to give you to all over to Mr. Sagar Aras. Over to Sagar.
Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, sir. Very happy to be part of this energetic group. But as you said, it's a very niche market, and for me, looking at all these process and structures of the broiler, it looks like very massive. As we are just doing very little in the niche market. But yes, for me, as you mentioned, introduced as an MBA, I think most of the people would realize that I would have done MBA with a very recognized high-end institution. Actually, I've done my MBA in a open university. That's a distance education. I mean, education was required as part to move on with the career, and that's why I went for an education and not the full-time graduation, whether it was from BCom or from MBA. I would like to start sharing with the PPT along with as I speak.
Please go ahead. Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah. August Packet Chicken Private Limited is my dream. Actually, that started in 2011. August is a very different name, as we started our business in the month of August, and August means that elegant and dignified. Backyard chicken, as sir you mentioned, Dr. Mahesh, it's a very old thing. Like everybody or many of the people in earlier days used only the backyard chicken, that is a nutty chicken that we call it is in local language. So that came up to the August backyard chicken as a name. And the whole idea was to start with a question that can a chicken solve the problem of poverty in India? Like many of these panel members are also explained how they have been adding up a lot of values in the rural for the farmers and the lot of families in that. And the answer for us was also same, yes. And we at Backyard Chicken, August Backyard Chicken, proven a record for it. So as you introduced about me, I've done my MBA, and I've been into complete selling and sales for about 20 years now. In this journey, a lot of awards and recognitions have been part of it, and few will be I'll be showing in the next slide. So Mr. Amit was mentioning about spirituality. I think that's an excellent thing. Even for me, I believe that there is no end if you start chasing on the success and also on the money. I think only on, not necessarily that only on the retirement that we should look for social activities and for the spiritual activities. And thus even here I have ventured into introduced into a constructing a temple and to do a spiritual journey in that. So first of all, I mean, before I take you through the August Packet Chicken, I want to just express my journey before I started the August Packet Chicken. See, my first business that I started, was selling a nati chicken. That's in 1996. I was probably just about 13, 14 years old. This business concept came into my mind with the help of my father. In fact, in every of our summer holidays, my dad used to allow us to explore with our hobbies, and my brother was generally getting into the sports, cricket. For me, I was always inclined towards rural, going to village and rearing those pets, animals, and those things. So I always used to bring few nati chickens to my house, rear it for about a month, incubate, understand about the laying, eggs, etc. And by end of the summer holidays, I had to sell those chicken and start my next studies. So that's when I brought a chicken, and I was not convinced to sell to a understandable price in the market. So I stood in the street and started selling the chicken. So that was my first business, in fact. And the another moment that I always remember was my first salary. This is the badge that I always used to wear, and that was in 2003 that I used to get a 75 rupees. 75 rupees are daily wages at Mysore Race Club as a security guard. That was in 2003. Security guard and job that was required because we were had no other options to go with. I'll tell you why. And I was always aspired to be a veterinarian. In fact, my dream was always, since I was from childhood, was very inclined towards the pets and animals. I was always telling my parents that I want to become a veterinarian. But life changed after a time that in the year 2000, I lost my dad, and that's when the daily wages and the security guard things has to come in the way. And one suggestion from my sister, made me prepare, because we were left with no backup or security. But the entrepreneurship journey was also there as a hopes and dreams. But I was not prepared because financial was the major challenging thing, and I was hardly about 18, 19, and I was wanting to start a business. So my sister suggested, I wanted to quit my studies, in fact. So my sister suggested, how important that education for a person in his life. She explained me that until second PUC, that's 12th standard, I need to complete on a regular college, and after that I can look for a distance education, along with I can pursue my businesses. So that's when I had to stick on to my education and did my 12th standard in regular college, but I never stopped in between. So 2000, my dad passed away, but we were given shelter in our aunt's house. Somebody was taking care of us. And 2001, though I was in studies, I was selling cookies in the streets, on the local tea shops and schools. 2002, on the 12th standard, I was giving tuitions. 2003, that's where I started my first salary as a daily wages. But somebody suggested me that was not the place for me to be there on that age, and I had to quit there. And after that, until graduation, I completed my graduation. I was never allowed or permissible to work in any corporate, because any corporate, there was a mandate to have a graduation on hand. So I had to opt for a parallelly working for a livelihood, where I was started selling space in the magazine, selling broadbands. And 2006, I completed my graduation, and also I started working with HDFC Life as a sales manager. And that was another turning point of my life. So 5 years I worked with HDFC Life. From sales manager to branch manager, I had about 5 promotions, and good amount of savings, which in fact they always on the backup of the mind to start a business. I was always saving money to start my business journey. So 2011 was a time which gave that space to enter into a business, and that's when the idea of desi chicken came in. See, the broiler or the commercial birds is an ocean. And having a little saved money and without any backup, I was never confident of to get into that market and to understand. As Mr. Kunal was also mentioning, broiler industry, you cannot define the rate. And I know you invest everything, and at the end of the day, you don't know what is the price you get for your product. You're lost. And I was never, in that comfort zone to experiment on that. So since I was already had experience of desi birds rearing it, and that thought came in like, why not? And when we did a survey in the market, there used to be a lot of birds coming from Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. As in the poultry sector, I believe those two states are much ahead of what actually the Karnataka has been doing, probably for my best of my knowledge. So they were already doing the color birds, probably the Asil, and probably some of the institutions like Hebbal Veterinary College and CPDO was also giving up the Giriraja and Kaveri. So those are the birds which I was mentioning about. But always there was in the market that never people use any recognition of Karnataka. So that was like little emotional touching thing. So that's where the Mysore Nati chicken came up in. We wanted to do a business of desi bird, and we wanted also to come with a name, because doing just selling of birds is merely not just that we wanted, and that's not why I wanted to quit my job and wanted to do it. So the brand equity, the brand name, which I always learned from the all the corporate experiences. My local people always in the street, vendors used to tell Tamil Nadu bird or the Andhra bird. So the Karnataka bird was never there, in fact. So that's where we invented, we came up with the name that Mysore Nati Koli, and in English we call it as Mysore Nati chicken. The Mysore was also the state of the name called as Karnataka part. So that's where the name came in. We registered, and 2011 actually the journey started. We started with a few of my other friends. So I wanted to start it with private limited company because of a long-term vision, because I was sure doing something in small would never give us good results. So having a long-term plan was always there on the pipeline. So everything started with basic thing. We started with experiment of bringing some birds, because when we approached few expertise, they always suggested, it's a madness. It's a madness thinking of about color birds, because broiler is there. So why don't you bring up breeding birds and start hatching and selling? So this is a common feedback we used to get. So we want to try a lot. So even today, anything and everything that we are doing is a new thing probably, but definitely with the experts' suggestion. So we experimented with about buying of eggs from the village, rural egg collection. See, when we talk about desi birds, for me, the concept of bringing a breed from the market available, say Giriraja or any other to be named as, I was not convinced, because for me, typical understanding is that rural desi bird should be the rural pure desi bird. So we wanted to do with a collection of birds, and we failed there. And in this last 10 years of journey, I don't mind saying we have failed a lot of times. We have failed a lot of times, and still we have never quit. We are succeeding at one point in time, and we'll continue to do that. So rural egg collection was the basic idea. So currently what we do from 2011 to even till date, we have about 25 farmers to whom we have given microfinancing. We help them buying a vehicle and some working capital on hand, so that they go in search of collecting hatching eggs from village. So we have about 5 clusters. As such, these 25 farmers are spread across. So those clusters will collect every day eggs from the village, 5, 10, 20, and they will accumulate in their house. So our vehicle, our people go into that 5 clusters, and we collect those hatching eggs, and we bring it to our hatchery. So hatchery, it's a 1 lakh capacity that we currently operate with. But to start with, we had hardly about 500 or 1,000 hatching egg capacities. So we hatch and we sell the day-old chicks. Again, the challenge is that usually probably in the broiler, we get about 85, 90, 92% at the best quality maintained. But in selling day-old, hatching day-old, desi chickens is that we hardly get about 60, 65 of hatchability. That's because we don't have a track of parents, or the number of days that eggs are that we brought from the market. So we get that day-old chicks and we give it to the farmers. We give it to the farmers and encourage them to free range. Free range in terms like it is in a semi-intensive method where they're rare with feed, also with free ranging and grazing. And so until this point, it took about 3 years to get into this point, because for farmers to understand that these chicks are available, it's possible to get a desi chicks also to rare. So that was the challenging time, and we took about 2 to 3 years to come to that comfort zone where we can sell the day-old chicks to the farmers. So then the farmers were ready to rear, and again the challenge was on the marketing, for people to make understand the differences of chicken that's available in the market, and how we can sell our chicken. So the farmers were successful, but where we were failing is on selling the chicken. So that's when we came out with branding a chicken and introducing the processed meat. Thinking of processed meat for desi bird was really very challenging. We because usually desi bird are not just a processor of just skin out or thing. The general tendency is that the bird should be burned, turmeric applied, and also it should be maintained with a cold chain. So that was really very challenging thing. We did that in fact with a very manual processing unit we had. So we used to process about 500 birds once in 2 days, which is very low. And we tied up within Bangalore to metro and metro cash and carry big bazaar in the hypermarkets where we started branding. So the branding always came up with a lot of cost, and at every processes that we came up with, we created that as also in broiler that we mentioned about job opportunities and the cash movements at every processes, from rural collection, central rural entrepreneurship to rearing. So these are the in these 10 years of journey. So these are the awards that sometimes the which actually motivates us and gives us that strength that we are moving in a right direction and to continue that. So a few of the that I mentioned is here. So one of the best thing was that recognized as a top 100 social entrepreneurship in 2019, because across India they started screening on the best entrepreneurship things, and we were part of it. And with that, we were able to get along with few of the Tata Trust and to introduce our concept in Jharkhand and also in Madhya Pradesh. So right now we also not just operate in Karnataka, but also we operate in Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. So Madhya Pradesh had good cooperation with the commissioner. So they had called us to make a study and give a report on Kadaknath and also on the rural cooperative societies. See the birds marketing, as I mentioned. So Mysore Nati Koli hotel also we came up with in that journey, and the branding was most essential. So I went up to even to a channel to host a cooking show, to be a celebrity chef and make a different dishes where I can brand our product as a Mysore Nati chicken, and also to make the end users know the products are available in the market. So hotel processing unit and this channel gave a lot of branding. So probably today in the market, if anybody wanting to go and buy a live bird, desi bird, they can surely get to know that even from vendor to the end user, they can recognize the birds as Mysore Nati Koli, Mysore Nati chicken, or Tamil Nadu birds, or any other different desi bird. So from nowhere in 2011 to today, we have come to that stage. At least people recognize our product with our brand name. And for us, see, except for hatching unit, we don't have any other thing. We do not have a feed unit. We do not have a rearing farms. I don't own a single farm, because in this complete supply chain, we are always connected with the farmers. We are always connected with the farmers to help them, and also the things are distributed. So the egg collection farmers are different, the egg collecting farmers are different, and the chicken rearing farmers are different. Feed, again, we have encouraged few entrepreneurs to set up a feed unit, because our end requirement is completely different. a visit to Czech Republic, as you can see in a picture. See, I'm always in search of the genetic that can suit very similar to the Desi bird. Few are already there, like Kaveri and Giriraja is also evolved with that, but something again upgraded one or something that new that from us we wanted to bring upon with. So that's in search of that I visited many countries. So I'm yet to bring those things. So these are team, and this is a core team where we have that egg collectors and our staffing. This journey, I think as I mentioned, I've failed many a time, but only thing is that has helped us is never to quit. And CPDO, yes, I've been visiting many a times, and Dr. Mahesh is been. I mean, Dr. Mahesh mentioned that instead of job, if he was in business, he was not sure he would be successful or not. I'm sure he would be definitely successful because being in CPDO in the government employment, he has such a network and such a knowledge, and that's the reason that we are also here on this day. And they're also best of the people in the industry on the market that we can take help and support with. I don't say I've alone done this. There are a lot of names that I mean, probably I can give a list of it. But people have been very cooperative in the industry, and being from nowhere or from no business background or from nowhere the poultry background, till date, at least in this 10 years of journey, we have made some name at least in the market, and we have been growing. But we have got a lot of vision to go ahead with, and look forward for all the support also from the market. And thank you, Mahesh, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Sagar. You can stop the screen sharing. Wonderful again to listen the fourth story of our day, inspirational story. It's always pleasure to know from different backgrounds. And I was not knowing Sagar started with the security badge. That's an inspiration for everyone. See,
so in fact, sorry to interrupt. So this is the first forum that I have explained in detail about the journey, but nobody knew about that.
That is good. That is good because everybody has to have set a dream from the bottom. Can you believe we all educated in government schools and English was not known to me till I come to Bangalore in 1988. So yeah, harek ka story hota hai. Can anybody dream like that? It's like that always. Pleasure. So now let me introduce. Thank you, Sagar, for giving you such a great idea about Mysore Nati chicken. And I don't know how many of you know, there are many companies which are creating a niche market. There is one company called Hen Fruit. There is one company called, Cake Farms. There is one company called Amrut Agro. So there are many people who are coming into the picture of and the niche market of selling country chicken or country chicken eggs. But only thing is, it sets apart if you have a quality, if you have a traceability, if you are really good. Otherwise, concocted some, by just borrowing a Desi name, you cannot give a Desi product. So product has to be different. So likewise, if you see Akshay Kalpa is a brand now in Bangalore selling milk. I don't know how many of you know, people are ready to pay 200 rupees a liter of milk. 88 to 90 rupees, 100 rupees. Akshay Kalpa has been a great hit because the way they created an aura around that concept and the traceability. They are ready to take children to the farm where they're getting the milk. So I don't know how many of you know, Licious started a meat tour. Can you believe meat tour means they announced in a full page advertisement in Bangalore when they started in 2016. Abhay Anjura, the CEO of Licious, is a good friend of mine. He said, sir, aisa karenge. So what is the concept? Meat tour, they'll book all the customers who are interested to see the production facilities. They're ready to take them for a tour to the meat production facilities, be it fish, be it meat, mutton, be it chicken. So that is the how now consumer is a king. That is a proven fact. So consumer जो चाहता है वो हम देना है. So हमको उनको दिखाना पड़ेगा consumer को कैसे हम produce कर रहे हैं. Because today in Bangalore the hotels are great hit by a model called Darshini. So why Darshini model only clicked in Bangalore is visibility. If you go to Darshini in Bangalore, there is a transparent glass or a separation where you can see idli being cooked, dosa being cooked, your fried rice being cooked, your chicken being cooked. Nowhere in India I can find that. So that is the belief. People are ready to pay more, not less, pay more, standing and eating. So that is how the concept of Darshini clicked. So we need to find out such models even in chicken industry, wherein you can give you Like, I don't know whether you have followed me in my yesterday's talk. There is one concept called egg factory. Egg factory established by my good friend, Mokashi. He is an FMS MBA from New Delhi. Can you believe he told me long back, maybe around 8 years back, sir, realization per egg is 75 rupees. Mr. Manjit, to note that one egg, 75 rupees realization. What is the concept? Simple. He traveled all across Latin America, Europe, and then Africa. He brought those cuisine into Bangalore. Egg factory is a restaurant model wherein you can feel and see all multi cuisines available all across the country and the world. And he is almost charging one omelette 250 rupees. There is customers to buy it. See, that is the reason that don't think anda hai 5 rupees ka hai, aisa mat sochiye. Since I just reminded one other idea for all of you in the panel, a brilliant idea, because I was always thinking why a laborer or why a down startup fellow cannot take egg for purchase. That means end of the day, I need to buy 2 eggs. So how do I take it? I can't keep it in the pocket. I can't board the bus. They get crushed. What is the suggestion from my side and a challenge to you all is, can you bring egg in a sachet? Can you bring egg in a sachet format? Egg can be like a shampoo, so that the worker on the street can take instead along with the cigarette. Cigarette is ready to pay 10 rupees. Can you give an egg at 5 rupees sachet? Maybe 1 egg, so that I'll put it in my pocket. Anda and cigarette saath mein. So can you dream? So that is a challenge for you all. So now let me move on to another gentleman, my good friend Dr. Sharad, and he is my senior veterinarian. Sir, केवल आपने इंजीनियर लोगों को दिखाया, ग्रेजुएट्स को दिखाया, MBA को दिखाया, अभी वेटनेरियन नहीं कर रहे हैं क्या सर? इसीलिए purposefully I brought veterinarian, because I made a presentation of success stories of veterinarian in Nagpur. Almost there are 100 veterinarians with turnover more than 50 crores. More than 50 crore turnover veterinarian कर रहे. So that is, I would say now soon unicorns बोल रहे थे ना, ऐसा लोग हैं. अभी डॉक्टर शरद के बारे में बोलना है तो Dr. Sharath is a simple gentleman, did his MVSc from Akola. He took a straight away jump into entrepreneurship by farming 1990 में श्री कृपा पोल्ट्री फीड्स करके शुरू किया. 2013 में he has established Amrut hatcheries. Now, what is the beauty of his statement I put it in the ad is organizational transformation. पहले मैं शरद को जानता नहीं था. जब भी मैं दिनेश से बात किया, शरद से बात किया, वो बोला, सर, I have hired a consultant agency. Can you believe he has hired a consultant agency by paying 40 to 50 lakh rupees a year?
Yeah.
Why? For organizational transformation. Now his turnover is 50 crores in Kripa Poultry Feeds. I hope I can reveal.
Yeah.
Amruta, because IT people should. Amruta hatches 68 crore turnover.
Yeah.
This is the professionalism. Now he has an agreement with the 300 farmers, 10 lakh kgs of chicken per month, 2,000 tons of feed per month, 6.5 lakh chicks per month, sustainable income for farmer, and where he is doing in Vidarbha area. Vidarbha, he asked for PM package, but इन्होंने हमारा डॉक्टर शरद ने दे दिया अमृता चिकन पैकेज, अमृता ग्रुप का पैकेज दे दिया. So that is how our entrepreneurs have been trying very hard to create success and inspirational stories. With this background, all over to Dr. Sharad Baskale from the place मैं भूल गया, Amravati, Maharashtra. Wonderful. All over to Dr. Sharad.
Yeah. Next. मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन तो मैं इसने दे दिया, इसलिए मैं समय नहीं गवाऊंगा. और
ओ भाई
थोड़ा एको आ रहा है,
हाँ, तो
बताइए।
पोल्ट्री के बारे में इंटर ईगो आ रहा है क्या?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, अभी ठीक है, अभी बताइए।
माइक फीडबैक आ रहा है, माइक फीडबैक।
पोल्ट्री एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ने अपना एंटरप्राइजेस के बारे में बताया और मैं भी काफी उत्साहित हो गया उनका जर्नी देख के, और काफी मुझे भी उनसे कुछ सीखने को मिला। पोल्ट्री के बारे में और कुछ बताने का तो मेरे लिए कुछ ऐसा उचित नहीं लगता कि पोल्ट्री के बारे में मैं कुछ बताऊं। तो बेसिकली मैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का मुझे सब्जेक्ट मिला। तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कि सबसे पहले मैं ये बताऊं, मैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए मैं एक वर्ल्ड का बहुत ही जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए काम करते हैं वेंटो ग्रुप, उनके साथ मैं 5 साल से जुड़ा हूं। तो उनके साथ कौन कौन जुड़े ये बताना तो मुझे अप्रोप्रिएट नहीं लगेगा, लेकिन मैं कुछ एप्पल्स, रिबॉक शू, नासा जैसे उनके पूरे वर्ल्ड में क्लाइंट है, और मैं भी एक अमृता हैचरीज का एक छोटा सा इंडिया से मैं उनका कोचिंग लेता हूं, और उसके लिए मैं क्या स्पेंड करता हूं मैं इसने बता ही दिया है। तो हम बिजनेस करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलप करते हैं। नेक्स्ट
फुल स्क्रीन चाहिए,
या
गो टू फुल स्क्रीन।
या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलप, बिजनेस करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलप करते हैं, और काफी कुछ हमारे लाइफ में हम करते हैं। तो पहले तो हम इंफॉर्मेटिव लर्निंग लेते हैं, हम कुछ एजुकेशन लेते हैं, हम बिजनेस का स्टडी करते हैं, और टोटली हम हमारा वक्त इंफॉर्मेशन लेने में गमाते हैं। कोई वेटनरी साइंस सीखता, कोई इंजीनियरिंग सीखता, कोई बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट सीखता। तो मैंने जो ये नाम दिया केडीके, एक पाई को मैंने नाम दिया केडीके। उसका मतलब क्या, जो मुझे पता है कि मुझे इंग्लिश बोलना आता है, मुझे पता है कि मुझे हिंदी बोलना आता है, और दूसरा है कि जैसा कि मुझे पता है कि मुझे जर्मन बोलना आता नहीं है, मुझे पता है कि मुझे एरोप्लेन उड़ाना आता नहीं है। तो मैं क्या करूंगा, अगर मुझे जर्मन बोलना आता नहीं है तो मैं जर्मन का क्लास लगाऊंगा और मैं जर्मन सीख लूंगा। कॉक्सिडियोसिस ट्रीट करना मुझे आता है, लेकिन मुझे फीड फॉर्मुलेशन करना मुझे आता नहीं है। तो मैं क्या करूंगा कि मुझे फॉर्मुलेशन करना आता नहीं, तो मैं रानडे सर से फॉर्मुलेशन करना सीख लूंगा। तो हम पूरी जिंदगी काय में बिताती है, जो हमको पता नहीं है वो पता कर लेते हैं, और हम रिजल्ट प्राप्त कर लेते हैं। तो मुझे बताओ कि क्या हमने जो भी नॉलेज लेते हैं, क्या उससे हम पूरा सेटिस्फाइड है लाइफ में, हमको पूरे रिजल्ट मिल रहे हैं? कोरोना आता है, बर्ड फ्लू आता है, हम पोल्ट्री इंडस्ट्री परेशान, बाकी भी इंडस्ट्री परेशान, कुछ लोगों के बिजनेस भी बंद हो चुके हैं, कुछ लोग बिजनेस में स्ट्रगल करते। क्या हमको हर क्षण में पावर रहता है? हम हर सिचुएशन में पावरफुल रहते हैं? कितना भी नॉलेज है, आज मैं पोल्ट्री का डॉक्टर हूँ, मुझे बहुत सारा पोल्ट्री का नॉलेज है, क्या मेरा पोल्ट्री का नॉलेज ही ओनली मुझे ये बिजनेस में सस्टेनेबिलिटी रख सकता है? जो मुझे पता नहीं है वो मैं पता करके मैं नॉलेज का भंडार बढ़ा लेता हूँ, और मैं ये जिंदगी भर हम ये कर चलते हैं। लेकिन देखो, हर इंसान को पता है कि रोज सुबह घूमने जाने से वेट कम होता है, हम हेल्दी रहते हैं। तो मुझे बताओ, कितने लोग अपने हेल्थ पे काम करके लोग घूमने जाते हैं? मतलब हाउ टू रिड्यूस वेट सबको पता है। कितने लोग वेट रिड्यूस करते हैं? सबको पता है कि वेट इंक्रीज होने से क्या उससे कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस है। तो मैं आपको ये कहना चाहता हूं कि नोइंग डजंट मेक्स एनी डिफरेंस। क्या मेरा वेटनरी नॉलेज कि मुझे पूरी तरह से सेटिस्फेक्शन देता है? अभी जो जैसे बर्ड फ्लू की सिचुएशन आई है कि क्या मुझे मेरा नॉलेज सेटिस्फेक्शन दे रहा है? मैं चिंतित हूँ फाइनेंस के वजह से, मैं चिंतित हूँ हाउ टू बिजनेस में पूरा वर्किंग कैपिटल गायब होगा। 2 रुपए से मुर्गी बेचा है हमारे पोल्ट्री फार्मरों ने, जिनके बिजनेस चालू है उनकी तो बात ठीक है, लेकिन जिन्होंने लॉस किया उनकी क्या? नॉलेज तो हम सबको है, जब बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया नॉलेज था, इसलिए हमने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया ना। तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि नॉलेज से भी परे कुछ और कुछ दुनिया है। दैट्स आई एम गिविंग द नेम डीके। जो मुझे पता है, जो मुझे पता नहीं है, और पता भी नहीं कि मुझे पता नहीं, जो मुझे पता नहीं और पता भी नहीं कि पता नहीं, उसको बोलता हूं वो मैं ब्लाइंड स्पॉट। मैंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, मैं फीड का बिजनेस करता था, तो मुझे इतना फियर था। कौन सा फियर? जब मैं फीड बेचता था तो मैं पैसे ही नहीं मांगता था। मुझे फियर क्या था कि मैं पैसा अगर मांगूंगा ना तो मेरा कस्टमर चला जाएगा। तो ये फियर कहां से आ गया मुझे? ये फियर है, कस्टमर भाग जाने का बहुत बड़ा फियर। तो मैंने देखा कि ये तो मैं डरता हूं, ये तो मेरा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट है। अगर मैं डरा नहीं पैसे मांगने को, तो मैं कुछ ऐसे टाइप की एजेंसियों के साथ मैंने जब काम करना शुरू किया, ये तो मेरा फियर है यार, और ये कोई तुम्हें पास्ट में घटना घटी है इससे आया हुआ है। इसका अभी ये सिचुएशन से क्या लेना देना? क्यों डर रहा? तू माल दे रहा है, पैसे मांगने का क्यों डर? मैं स्ट्रेट रहने लगा लाइफ में, रिकवरी में मैं स्ट्रेट रहने लगा, तो मेरा कैश फ्लो ठीक होने लगा। तो कैश फ्लो तो एक दिन में ठीक नहीं होता, क्योंकि आदत जो शुरू पास से आई हुई एकदम से जाती नहीं। लेकिन जो मैंने मेरा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट देखा कि भाई शरद, तुझे पैसा मांगने का डर लगता है, और पैसा नहीं आएगा तो तेरा बिजनेस कैसा चलेगा? तो देखिए, ये पैसे मांगने का एक मेरा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट हो गया। ऐसे असंख्य ब्लाइंड स्पॉट रहते हैं, वो हमको दिखते नहीं। कि कोई संकट आ गया तो बीच में रुक जाता है फियर के माथे। तो यहाँ क्या है, यहाँ पर भी उसका ब्लाइंड स्पॉट है, वो ब्लाइंड स्पॉट हमको दिखता नहीं। तो ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव लर्निंग में यही काम होता है कि आप कहाँ रुके हो, आपको कौन सी चीज रोक रही है आगे बढ़ने के लिए। दैट इज द ब्लाइंड स्पॉट। क्योंकि मेरा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट मुझे तो दिखेगा नहीं। हम इतना भी काम नहीं करते कि भाई हमारा एम्प्लॉय हमको कुछ बोल रहा, हम ब्लाइंड हो जाते, हम सुनते नहीं उसका। घर से भी शुरुआत होती है, हमारा बच्चा बोलता डैड आप अच्छा बर्ताव नहीं कर रहे, हम सुनते हैं उसका। ब्लाइंड स्पॉट बताने वाले लोग ही रहते हमारे आजू बाजू में, लेकिन हम सुनते नहीं। देयर आर मेनी, बहुत सारे वेज है, क्योंकि हमको आगे बढ़ने से हमारे दिल के मुताबिक, हमारे मन के मुताबिक हम जी नहीं रहे बोले तो उसके पीछे हमारा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट है। हमको कितना पता है वो महत्व का नहीं है, क्योंकि हम जिंदगी उसमें गुजार रहे हैं कि जो हमको पता नहीं हो पता कर लेते हैं और हमारा नॉलेज का भंडार बढ़ा लेते हैं। लेकिन देखिए कितना लोग हैप्पी है, कितना लोग 100 करोड़ का 200 करोड़ का टर्नओवर बाकी है। हैप्पीनेस से और नोइंग के दुनिया से कुछ भी संबंध नहीं है, वो डिसाइड करता है हमारा ब्लाइंड स्पॉट। ये मेरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के जरिए मैंने डिस्कवर किया वो पिक्चर। दिस इज द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। एक साथ एक्शन है। क्या हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऐसी है? क्या हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ऐसा चलता है कि एक साथ एक्शन विदाउट टॉक, बगैर बोले हुए जिसका काम जिसको करना है वो कर रहा है? क्या हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ऐसा हो रहा है? तो हम एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में यही तो चीज रोज देखना है कि हमारा एम्प्लॉय, हमारा जो स्ट्रक्चर है, क्या एक साथ उसके कोऑर्डिनेट एक्शंस है? कोऑर्डिनेट एक्शन है तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, नहीं तो जनरल मैनेजर का मुंह किधर, अकाउंट मैनेजर का मुंह किधर। हमको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या चाहिए? ये चीज चाहिए। और सबसे बड़ी और एक बड़े काम की बात बोलने जा रहा हूं कि बिजनेस क्या है? बिजनेस बोले तो स्टार्ट किया और आखिरी तक उसमें स्टे रहने का बोले तो बर्ड फ्लू आया, पूरा बैलेंस चला गया। अरे भाई कैसा स्टे? बैलेंस गया, तेरे को स्टे रखना है। मैच कंप्लीट हुई नहीं। मैच कंप्लीट हमारे ब्रेन में होती है, बाहर नहीं होती। जब तक मैच बाहर चालू है, ब्रेन में कंप्लीट नहीं हुई, तब तक मैच कंप्लीट होती नहीं है। अरे बिजनेस चालू रखना, हम पूरा लाइबिलिटीज लेते हैं, लोन्स लेते हैं। लोन कुछ लेना क्या बुरा है यार? उसमें डेबिट क्या बुराई है? अरे हमारे आंख पर का कर्जा हमको कंपटीशन से जाने नहीं देता है। कितना भी संकट है, स्टे रखता है हमारे ग्राउंड पे मैच खेलने के लिए। इसलिए हम बहुत डरते रहते, भाई हमारे आंख पे इतना कर्जा हुआ, मैं कैसा करूं? अभी मेरे पास फाइनेंस नहीं है। अरे फाइनेंस क्या, मनी तो ये क्रिएट करने वाली बात है। जब शुरू में हमने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, हमने मनी कहा था हमारे पास, हमने क्रिएट किया। पैसा क्रिएट करने वाली बात है। लेकिन हम बहुत सारे बिजनेस के बारे में चिंतित रहते हैं कि भाई हमारा बिजनेस चलेगा क्या नहीं चलेगा, क्या होगा? अरे भाई चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा, वो कर्जा तेरा बिजनेस चलाता, तू सिर्फ मैदान में रहे। स्टेइंग on the ground is the entrepreneurship, nothing else. तो आई थिंक मुझे 20 मिनट दिए थे, मैं कुछ ज्यादा तैयारी भी करते नहीं आया, तो मेरी लाइफ ही ऐसी चली गई कि मैं बगैर स्टडी जितना क्या बस पेपर को जाओ, ऐसे मैं हमारे अपने ये प्रोग्राम में भी आ गया। लेकिन जो प्रैक्टिकली मैं डिस्कवर मैं आपको शेयर किया, और मुझे आप लोगों ने अपॉर्चुनिटी दी, महेश साहब ने किया शेयर करने के, उसके लिए मैं आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। थैंक यू।
You can stop the screen sharing. I think Dr. Sharad is more philosophical and more motivating. And आपने आपका ग्रुप का पिक्चर्स दिखा देते, अच्छा था। आपका ग्रुप का पिक्चर्स गूगल में जाके देख सकते हैं लोग. Watch Amruta chicken. Because he's trying not to show the group. I don't know. You must have made an effort to show the group. Anyway, the words are clearer and actions are clearer. What he said is, those of the people who could not understand Hindi, I'm just translating. First, identify the blind spots. Because, blind spot, what he said is, we have three categories of people. One, we feel that we know everything. One, we feel that we don't know anything. We only very small thing. The other is we will never venture to know that we don't know what. So that is what he said, to find a blind spot. So once you find a blind spot, you work for that. And then very, very interestingly, one super strategic idea he gave is, एक साथ, सब साथ काम करो. That means, together action without talk. That's why he just spoke 3 slides. भाषण नहीं दूंगा महेश जैसा. महेश भाषण देगा, हम भाषण नहीं देंगे. हम काम कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए महेश सैलरी का आदमी है, हम करोड़ का आदमी है. So that is what. So money is to create. He said, very, very simple thing. Don't worry, paisa aayega. Money will come. Stay on the ground. Once you stay on the ground, money will come to you. Simple message, together action without much talk. It is like India. India is a great elephant with 132 crore, 38 crore population. Imagine that. Now what we are making is brand lion. Brand lion, I know that, make in India. एक अंदाज से आप अंदाज करिए ना, 138 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन, इतना बड़ा लायन जैसा खड़ा होने से कोई दुनिया का ताकत पकड़ नहीं सकते. So as Dr. Sharad said, if you all act together, India is a promising country for the future. Thank you, Dr. Sharad. Such a nice, wonderful message you gave for all. And I would request everyone to follow his story in the website, and it's actually in Amravati. So now I'm coming for the final speaker of the day, and young and energetic speaker बोलने से 6 ball है 6 6 मारना है. So 6 balls left and 6 sixes he has to hit. Mr. Manjit, he has established a farm called Mohati Farms Private Limited in Gauri Bidnur, which is just, I would say, it is part of Bangalore. Those of you who could not understand, Gauri Bidnur is nothing but just about 30 kilometers away from my Hesraghatta. So it's very, very reachable in north part of Bangalore. So he is an engineer by profession, and he did his engineering in electronics and communication in 2003. He worked in a software domain with LSI, IBM, Intel as a chip designer and a team lead position, I don't know, now we'll have to understand why did he made a choice of coming back to India, and the tagline I gave him for the talk is Make in India. So he believed that India is a place to make things and prove that a technocrat like him, a software engineer like him, can come and establish in Bangalore, not the software dunya, not the software enterprise, poultry enterprise. I like the real courage and the conviction Mr. Manjit has taken. All over to Manjit. Welcome for the presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Please go
Am I
ahead.
audible now?
Yeah, you're
I'm
audible.
Yeah. I am a big fan of Sharad sir from today.
Very good.
His words, I have noted it down. They are very heavy, blind spots, and you have to stay in the match. You have to stay in the match. That's the most important thing. And I am very thankful to Mahesh sir for this opportunity. I am trying to share my screen. Give me 2 minutes.
No issue, no issue. Sharad, sir, Dr. Sharad, you can speak something before he joins up. There is some technical snag. आप दूसरा कुछ बताना है तो बताइए before Manjit comes back. आपका अमृता चिकन के बारे में बताइए. आपका अमृता चिकन के बारे में बताइए.
अमृता का चिकन के बारे में तो हमारा शॉप है और वो होम डिलीवरी हम करते हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग करते हैं। और सबसे एक ब्यूटी इसमें है कि हम 500 बर्ड्स दे के लेडी को देते हैं ये। और ये हमारे जो चिखलदरा धरनी एरिया के अंदर जो आदिवासी है, उन्होंने 1000 रुपया कभी देखा नहीं रहता, उनके लिए वो एश्योर्ड इनकम हमने तैयार किया है 80 और 480 ये यवतमाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट के आदिवासी एरिया, उनके लिए। तो सबसे खुशी मुझे वो चीजों में देती है कि मैं जो बिजनेस कर रहा हूँ उसका बेनिफिट जिन लोगों को सच में जरूरत है उनको हो रहा है। वो जो आनंद मुझे मिल रहा है वो सबसे ज्यादा मुझे मिल रहा है। तो साथों साथ पैसा, नाम सब तो हो ही रहा है।
बढ़िया. अभी now I think we are back with Manjit. Manjit, can you go ahead?
Yes, sir. This is called the operational hiccup, right?
No problem. We managed it, right?
Excellent. So, being a fan of Sharad sir from today, I'm starting with this presentation. So, I was trying to read and understand what is an entrepreneur. After this Entrepreneur Day request I got for presenting this one, I was trying to understand what is the meaning of entrepreneurship, right? So, a person who sets up a business or a businesses taking on risks, financial risk in the hope of profit. So this is what is called a business, right? Or an entrepreneurship. So based on that, I started understanding a new jargon which is there in internet these days. It is called an agripreneur. An agripreneur this is the meaning of the agripreneur, an unusual and exciting or daring experiment. It is the same as the meaning of adventure. Actually, there is no term called agripreneur in dictionary yet. It is going to be added in some time. Today, there is a word called entrepreneur, but agripreneur has to be added for the reason that it is synonymous to adventure. So I want to introduce myself once again. I am an electronics and communication engineer by qualification. I started my career in 2013, worked on DRDO projects, ISRO projects, IBM, Intel, Texas Instruments. So these are few companies where I have worked on chip designing as my domain. In those domains, I have worked heavily on these largest chip in the world, supercomputers. I have worked on satellite chips and all these. And in the initial first 10 days, I had decided that I will be working on one domain for only 10 years. And I will move to the second domain on the second year and third domain on the 30th year or 10th year. So every 10 years is my cycle of, this is my passion to keep changing my domain. So that is how I thought of. So we started a company called Manjit Farms Private Limited. This is me when I was in college and when I graduated, and without support of family and friends, this venture is nothing. I want to go back to this slide. And speak more about the adventure. Kunal sir and Sagar sir, they both have undergone a lot of pain, a lot of, actually I should say pain has its own pleasure points also. So that is when they have come to this point. And I want to add that I have also gone through these scenarios, the so-called adventures. Agriculture is not an easy thing. It is not as easily said as it is entrepreneurship. It is a totally a different ball game. You'll have, if you have 10 blind spots in your entrepreneurship journey, agriculture will have maybe 100. So agriculture is not an easy thing. Every weekend we used to have Saturday and Sunday as a holiday. We used to go chill. But here there is no Saturday, there is no Sunday. And if you go for animal husbandry is a tad different. So why did I choose egg? Actually, out of all the businesses which are food related, egg is very easy and smooth. It is one of the calculated item for per capita consumption. If we know the rate of the egg, it is gauged as what is the inflation level, what is the deflation level. We get to know about it by the rate of the egg. So the most commonly available food and the most qualitative food is egg. That is why I chose egg, and we started this venture. So I moved from chip designing to chicks. That is our farm. This is our farm. This is a photograph of our farm. In the past 7 years, we have invested our time in these 7 areas, which are represented on the top. The first area is the execution. The first full year we took for execution, construction of the farm, taking technical knowledge, understanding what are the blind spots. Like Sharad sir says, we have to acquire all the knowledge and we have to be prepared for understanding how to go ahead. So the first year was for execution. We took up 2.5 crores from our hard-earned money, and we took a loan of 1.5 crores, and we started our journey for building a poultry farm which is egg related. What we understood was in whole of Bangalore, the sales of the egg is happening in a ad hoc manner. It is not marketed in a branding way, or it is not marketed in a procedural way like other companies do. Like if you take a biscuit packet is wrapped in a packet and it is sold with a premium. If you take a shampoo packet, like Mahesh sir says, you have to have an egg in a shampoo sachet, right? So shampoo sachet is much more respected than an egg. But why are we not respected? Actually, that is the thing which I started discovering, identifying on the second year of the farming. In the second year, we started concentrating on the quality. I will be very proud to say that in Bangalore, 60 to 65% of the eggs which are getting packaged and sold are from my farm. We have a production of 1 lakh eggs. Out of 1 lakh eggs, the Reliance Mart or the Big Bazaar. So all these are getting packed from our farm eggs, and they are getting sold out. So this is the key area. The second year is the key area where we concentrated on quality. Quality is achieved not only with respect to feed formulation, the medicinal or the feed or the vaccination schedules. All these things also are important. So we did not use antibiotic till now for the reason that we have herbal means of. So this is the key area where I went ahead and did R&D on what could be the way where we can avoid antibiotic usage in our farm. On the third year, as the quality is excellence, customer identifies the quality, we started getting respect. So third year we gathered respect. We started giving the respect back. We started giving the respect back to the workforce we have, and we started trying to identify much more blind spots and started simplifying our process in the farm. From there, we found the comfort area where we are full-fledged and we don't have any problems or issues, and we are content. We started reaching out. We started reaching out to the customers and trying to get the feedback from our suppliers. Now in this year, for the past 1.5 years, we have started innovating. Innovation area as such, we are working on an app where we want to go on an e-commerce way to start supplying eggs to direct consumers. So this is where we are today. So all this while we were speaking about our farm and what we did and what we are now. How is the venture and how it is for Make in India or the situation going forward, right? The layer farming is not owned by a single person, or it is not a property of a single. So it is a farming activity which is for lakhs together people. It should not be concentrated on a single farm, it is not good for biosecurity reasons. So it has to be fragmented and it has to go into multiple regions. So I have prepared this slide to understand for the larger audience to know what are the inputs which are required for starting a new farm and how it will help others to make their living. So there are two focus areas. One is the preliminary focus area, and the second one is the primary focus areas. Every small detail is very important for starting the farm. Preliminary focus area is the knowledge base. First of all, we need to have two sectors where the finance area, where the financial ability should be 960 rupees per bird, and the loan burden has to be very less. The loan burden has to be least. If it is least, we will be able to recover very fast. And the main motto, if you are starting any business as such, any entrepreneurship, we should always be concentrating on quality. If we don't want to provide quality, let us keep quiet. Let us not move ahead. There is no, if you are not thinking about quality, there is no point of getting into anything. Where we are, where we stand, we are good. So the quality, okay, so that will come in the preliminary primary focus. Now the quantity of birds what we require will mostly define the recovery time of the loan and how much time you will take to recover from the loan. If the loan burden is less, you can recover very fast. If the loan burden is more, it will take some time. So depending on the loan recovery time, minimum. So today, for the laying farming, the number at which in surrounding of Bangalore, if you are starting a farm, 40,000 is the minimum. 40,000 birds is the minimum farm size. If you start with that, we will be able to recover in 7 years. Now, primary focus is what we are supposed to be understanding and very careful about. We should be very careful about is these. The quality, right? So I have kept on stressing about quality. I'll speak more elaborately about quality here. If anybody wants to approach you, they firstly see if you have quality in your product or not. If you don't have quality in your product, they will firstly decide that they will ask for a discount. If you don't give a discount, they will go away. But if you have a quality, and if you don't have quality, and if you are offering more discount, and that is vandalizing. So it is better to have quality, and you can achieve quality with with anything possible, because the rates what we have is not bad at all. Mostly the corona time frame, there was issue for some time, like Kunal sir said. He had a cold storage. You have to be prepared for storing the commodity, and you should be prepared for how to take care of it. But it is most important that you have to maintain the quality. If you the second tower is service. If you don't have service, the customers will not be able to sustain. They will not stay with you for long. If you don't give service, they will always approach you like, is there any other option you have? Is there any other option we can look at? So we should always take care of service as a priority. The third focus point is sustainability. We have to make sure we should have our feed, our raw materials kept intact. Our birds are in good health, and our finances are in good health. So the key areas for being sustainable is these three things. If we don't look at these three areas, we will not be able to be sustaining in the market. Of course, the corona is a totally different ball game. It has hit our industry very badly, and the bird flu has also affected us. But true to say that it has given a small shiver, but it is not a big shiver for sure. Quantity. The primary focus area is one of the primary focus area is quantity. In the quantity, we should be very careful. Once again, that we should be careful about quality. When the quantity goes high, automatically the quality will go down. If we are capable of maintaining the quality, then only we should go for increasing the quantity. So that is a key area where we are supposed to take care of. And the fifth area is a change. Change happens every day. There is no stop. There is no day where change has not come up. Every day is a new day, and we have to be very careful on what is changed today and how to take care of the change. So that is most important. And the sixth area of the primary focus is the growth. I have not gone through this growth area as of now. Till now, we have achieved our project saturation, what we had thought of in 2013, 1 lakh birds and 1 lakh egg capacity farm. The growth, there are always inputs saying that we have to grow our farm every 5 years and make it to double. But I don't see that as a very important factor, because if we attack the quantity again and again, we have to understand what is the market growth. Based on the market growth, we have to grow. If we grow more than the market, 100% we will have problems. See, I want to take example of Sagar Ursar. He has set up a procurement chain. He has set up a procurement chain, and he has set up a sales chain. So it is based on his market analysis to understand how much sales is there and how much he can place. If he keeps on placing more and more, and if he gets more production, and if he does not have customers to sell, he will be in trouble, and he is going to go and touch all the wrong areas and fall short of funding, and then he might actually say, I have failed in the business. Of course, the failure is the stepping stone for success. So but the issue is, by knowing, by analyzing, we can actually avoid such scenarios. There is a saying, a wise man always tries to understand by seeing somebody falling. a fool goes and falls into it. So it is better to understand by analyzing. So what I understand is, when we started the farm, we try to understand what is the key area for opportunity, right? So where we can start off. So this slide is mostly for people who want to start new. If there is a bigger audience sitting on YouTube and trying to understand what we are doing in poultry, right? So for that reason, I have prepared this slide. The opportunity is created based on an issue. If there is an issue, there is an opportunity created. So this is one of the means where we can identify and move in that direction. So there are, on the first day of Entrepreneurs Day, I was visiting the YouTube videos. Like he said, like Mahesh sir said, 2 o'clock in the night, I am seeing the, what do you call, pike in the viewership. So I was one of them. I saw that there are 93% of the production, 93% of the market is concentrating on production of the eggs, and only 3 to 4% is concentrating on marketing, and only 1% of the people, less than 1% of the people are concentrating on consumables. That is the end product, right? The roasted chicken, or like he quoted few examples like Nando's and the end retail markets, right? So what I understand is there is an issue. The real issue is the real opportunity area. We should not look at it as issue, and we should not, when we solve that issue, that is where we get to know how to move ahead. So the production is adequate. There is a growth projection. The growth projection comes from the government resources. The egg production growth, the egg consumption projection says that it is growing at 8% per annum. So based on that, the production will automatically go high, and it is already overproduced today. It's not like it is getting what do you call, dumped into the dustbin, but it is actually going into storage and it gets consumed. There is mass culling. Based on that, the market is dwindling and it is going in a smoother way. But we are not looking at marketing. Like Mahesh sir said, we should look at Amitabh Bachchan or Aishwarya Rai. We should take them and we should go for an ad campaigning and do big propaganda. So the idea is at NECC, National Egg Coordination Committee, last year we decided, for the past 3 years we are deciding, there is a walkathon going on in every year, or there are cycling campaigns. So in those, we will go for some egg distribution. The egg distribution is very well-known activity which has been done for a long time. Similarly, the marketing strategy has to be increased. We, the panelists and the egg day participants and the poultry fraternity, we all have to come together and make sure that our marketing strategy has to go high. It's not like the marketing strategy itself can be divided into multiple channels. It can be a brand, or it can go as a whole. For example, because of protein awareness, like Sharad sir says, how many of you are going for weight loss? Weight loss is known fact. Everyone knows what is weight loss. Everyone understands what is weight loss. But I have a blind spot. The blind spot says, early morning, 6 o'clock, early morning, 5 o'clock, who is going to get up? it is very difficult to get up. So there is a blind spot. That blind spot has to be addressed in marketing. The blind spot in marketing is like, he has a brand, let him do it. He does not have a brand, let him sell it on a cart. So this is not how we are supposed to look at. We are supposed to look at what is the market segment at which we are supposed to market it. What is the market? So these analysis has to be done, and it has to be collected at one place, and that has to be taken to create awareness. They say that there are a lot of ads coming about eggs, there are a lot of ads coming about chicken, but are we as good as Lux? Are we as good as Horlicks? That is the question we are supposed to ask, and that is the blind spot we are supposed to attack today. After all, if we take Horlicks, or I should not say names here, but otherwise, as far as the health drinks, is health drink more better than an egg or a chicken? These are the questions we are supposed to ask, and we are supposed to market it in a better way. So our industry, if it has to grow, we have to look at these areas where we are supposed to concentrate. Next, consumables. So this is a more brand specific. This one, it is a very niche market today. We have to find examples of what are the products which made very good benefits in other countries, the developed countries, and understand how we can target more on these. So it's a step from production. We are good at producing now. From there, we have to step into marketing, how to market our products. From there, we have to step into consumer, the end products. There is a product called egg cubes. So the egg cubes is a product which is, and the other day Mahesh sir was telling the shampoo sachet, right? Similarly, there is a carton that is triple packed product where egg is stored in shelf with a shelf life, and it is sold in the market. So these are the buffers, or these are the ways where we can concentrate on how to sustain. And if we are overproducing it, and if we have the main thing, that is our quality, we can actually target make in India and start selling it abroad. Why not sell it, export it, and with the quality we have, why not we can sell it? Akshay Patra is now selling not only in Bangalore, it's selling abroad also. And the Fresh to Home is targeting other countries also. So these are the areas where we are supposed to look at. E-commerce is for sure a target, for sure, but we have to look at these activities. So once again, this will be mostly the last slide, where I want to redefine agripreneurship. That is a person who sets up a farming venture or adventure taking on physical, emotional, and financial risks. See, this is very important. Okay, financial risk is only thing which is required for entrepreneurship. You don't have to know anything. You have 100 blind spots, and it is okay. But here there is physical, mental, emotional. Physical, emotional, and financial risks in the hope of feeding nation. And profit. So that is how I want to conclude my talk with a thank you to all the panelists, and giving me the opportunity, Mahesh sir, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Manjit. You can stop the screen sharing.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, back panel. And then you have seen a touch of a software programming 1 to 7, and then he gave such a beautiful idea of analyzing your focus points and how you have really dream it. This has been an era of marketing, how one can imagine. So how to take the product into the market. So I think thanks to Mr. Manjit, who has given an example that a software engineer cannot only program for chip, can program for chick. So can program for chip to chick. He has moved from chip to chick now. So that is the beauty of it. And then another message, as he put it, agripreneur. So I would say that every venture you just have to add to make it as adventure. So you are adding only A, D. So adventure to karna padega venture mein. So that is a life. I think let me thank all the panelists, including our the beginner Amit, and then then we had Kunal, then we had Dr. Sharaj, Shirley, and then Sagar and Manjit. And now I will go to Ajit Ranade sir for the concluding remark if he is joining us. Sir, are you there? I hope, since he suggested, quickly I'll go for a quick round because, we are missing Shirley, Cheryl, and then Amit. They've gone for a meeting. Quick one word of message. What is your simple message of, for a success story? One word each. Maybe I start with the Sagar since he's on the top of the screen. One word message for your message for the crisis management. One word.
Patience and conviction, sir.
Patience and conviction. Sharadji.
The only action, stay in the game.
Stay in the game. Okay. Manjit. No, you are muted. Manjit, you are muted. Yeah.
There is no substitute for hard work.
Hard work. Kunalji.
Show must go on.
Show must go on. We all agree for that. What I feel is, how many of you seen Swami Sai Baba Mandir? There, if you see Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha is dedication, Saburi is perseverance. So anything you dedicate, the things will happen in a best way. See, our own experience, you can tell how things have come in life, See, I started my career, since I don't know, I did not introduce, but my background. So I belong to a place called Chitradurga, about 200 kilometers from Bangalore. Started in government schools, and I graduated veterinary science by chance, not by choice. Do you know why? Because they said government if you join veterinary science, you'll get a job. So that was the inspiration when my papa put me into government job. I'm only an entrepreneur now. I'll tell you why. Because once I joined my BVSC, then the second dream came that you do MVSC, because job nahi mil raha tha when we did my graduation. Then came a thought of a dream that if I write microbiology, I can go to US, because microbiology was the top subject. Basically, I'm a virologist. I'm not a poultry man. So now you'll understand. So then what happened is, when I did my virology thinking that I'll go to US, I discovered myself that I'm an unfit to be in the lab. I'm a speaker, cannot hold a test tube. So my discovery was 2.5 years back. So once I discovered after 2.5 years that I'm a not fit person in lab, then I have to ask for my mentor, sir, kuch job dila dijiye. Professor Srinivas Gada sir, I can quote, he made me to join Venkateshwara Group. I was part of VH Group for 4 years. I joined as a manager. I think, almost I touched the level of AGM. When I left VH Group, again by force from the parents to go to state government. Government job mil gaya, 99 mein. In 99, I got my job in government in Bagepalli, where the rainfall is less than 200 millimeters. Less than 200 millimeter rainfall. Again, entrepreneurship. I chose poultry. The reason is I worked on IBD virus. IBD virus, I worked in my virology. P for poultry, P for passion. Then I made a societies in Bagepalli. Then I came to institute called IAH&VB, SRDDL, Southern Regional Disease Diagnostic Laboratory. Again, Karnataka government में satisfaction नहीं मिल रहा था मेरे को, क्योंकि transferable था. Then my luck clicked when I applied for UPSC. So UPSC is a journey where you know that one post 400 applicants and luck हमारा पास था, हम इधर आ गया. So I got selected. I became assistant director when I joined in this institute in the year 2002. The journey continued. I became deputy director. I became director in charge. But another small U-turn happened in 2009. In 2009, I had to go to IMB to drop my brother. Then somebody said, Group A officers can write and then qualify for MBA program. I wrote the exam, stood All India 6th rank. When I stood All India 6th rank, when I joined IMB, you know what I worked on? I worked on potato, not on poultry. So that is how I learned more of Pepsi. I worked in Gujarat, I worked in Calcutta, I worked in Karnataka. Why I'm telling all these stories, I discovered again when my campus placement came for ITC and McCain, my guide asked me, why can't you join? I said, nahi sir. After 1 week, to cut the story short, I said to him, I have only 3 goals in life. One goal, motivating 1 lakh people. Today, probably we have crossed that goal. The second goal is hand-holding 100 entrepreneurs, which probably we are doing it 14, 15 now, including Fresh to Home, Licious, Sagarras, and everybody who can come to us for free consultation. I don't charge anything for anybody for hand-holding. The third one is 1 lakh trees. That we have done almost 20,000 now. So that is a message I said to my guide, and I came back here. I became a director in 2016. Now I am presently joint commissioner. The other important things of my life was entrepreneurship. Was when I came back in 2011, Government of India chose me to represent India with white passport in USA. I addressed in USA by USDA money, not Indian money, USDA money, and we went for a representation of India. Then I addressed in VIV Europe in 2018, again representing India. So this is what I'm saying is, it's a journey of life. As everybody on the panel believe that it is your Shraddha and Saburi, dedication, hard work, be in the match. I'm in the match. So we have identified that what we have to do. So that's how our life has been. So I will now invite Ajit Ranade sir. I think I can see you, sir. Please join. I hope that we can have him. Ranade sir, can you hear me? I think he's speaking to someone else. I think he'll be coming in a moment. The another story I can say is I represented India-German meat. Germany people came to India to establish their meat sector. Please gear up. There is one company called Arthur Foods. Arthur Foods established in Bangalore, South Jigni. Mr. Gentleman Arthur is from Germany. He has established a company in Bangalore supplying to Germany. The tagline is made in India, German quality. See the tagline, made in India, German quality. अभी आपने टैगलाइन देखा होगा मेड इन जर्मनी BMW कार, बट अभी इन्होंने जर्मनी का आदमी आके इंडिया में कर रहे हैं मेड इन इंडिया जर्मन क्वालिटी. So that is what interesting aspects of our opportunities. I hope we will have Ranade sir now, or any quick comments from Manjit or anybody. Just to, I'll call him. Probably he'll be not noticing me, so I'll call him and then ask him to join. Meanwhile, any quick comments from Kunalji?
I remember one incident where 2 years ago there was a shortage of maize. So we had to go to New Delhi for approvals and all those things. So
Yes,
Ajit sir was asking if
sorry, I was busy with some other work.
No issue, sir. Manjit is speaking. We just.
So I was thinking, what was a tough time when in this past journey, right?
Yeah.
So we went to the government organization in Delhi to fight for getting maize import. It was really horrible. They were not allowing us to go inside. We don't have recognition. See, what happens is the most important thing today we have to fight is for recognition. Our sector itself has to look at how we project ourselves for the coming future, right? So for that, we have to make sure we get recognized.
Quick comment for that. I have a statement for that. Make politicians to be poultry farmers. Go to Telangana. The MLA is a poultry farmer. Finance minister is a poultry farmer. See, that is a simple message, because they are the people representatives. See, why the Telangana poultry is so well developed is politicians are, that means people representatives are poultry farmers. The other message is quickly establish a board, National Poultry Board, coffee board lobbies, tea board lobbies. You with 1.5 lakh crore, cannot have a board, we cannot agree. You should lobby. And Manjit said, getting permission to a ministry is, I don't think, agree now. Now I think we have changed it. You can all welcome to government, any institution. But the problem is clarity. Do you know why the clarity was not there for when we are asking for import or export? There was no code. There was no HSC code for maize. So it is such a struggle that, they were telling that American corn is for eating. It is for, what you call popcorn making. So that is a difficulty. And one
But
more
thing is, we have to find a via media.
1 second. One more message is industry, a part of industry. I was also early industry. They will only come to government when they are in trouble. Don't come to government when you are in trouble. Come in good times. Have some tea with us. Have some chat with us. Sit with us. But आप लोग कभी नहीं आते हैं ना. जैसे आप लोग अभी दिखाया 50 करोड़, 100 करोड़, 200 करोड़, उसी में लगे रहते हैं. बट आप हमको बुलाइए, हम भी आएंगे, आप भी आइए. तो आप आके साथ में रानडे सर के साथ बैठिए, हमारे साथ बैठिए, so that we are knowing in good times. So your trouble should be known in good times, not in bad times. So we should forecast your future and help you. All the way to Ranade sir for quick conclusive comments.
Yeah, the same thing I told that day at Pune when I was there, and there was a press conference that see, the poultry people, everybody knows the importance of eggs and meat and everything, and everybody is happy with the industry. But the thing is that we come together and we discuss the issues when we are in trouble. We should keep a rapport with the government when we are in good times also, so that when we approach them in bad times, they will entertain us. सिर्फ डिफिकल्टी है उस टाइम पे गया तो nobody is going to entertain. Number one. Number two, even the press people. We approach the press and other people when there is a rumor of bird flu or corona spreading, getting spread through poultry and eggs, etc. No, rest of the times we should call the press people and tell them some good stories. Like for example, today there is some interesting case in my hospital, or we have done some camp at Mathiran, castration of horses, etc. These stories we should keep on telling to the people in the press also and publish them, so that there will be a maintenance of a rapport, as you rightly said, and whenever we are in trouble, they will listen to us, they will come to rescue, and they will give support and publicity to us, and the government authorities also would entertain us. Anyway, nothing else to conclude. It was an excellent session. I'm sorry I had to attend 1 or 2 meetings in between regarding internship, because now the corona things are increasing. The students are already there in the internship at different centers, so what to do? Now in the afternoon again we have a meeting at 3 o'clock with Honorable Vice Chancellor, and we take the decision. But this session was excellent. All the best to all of you. Myself and Mahesh, we are always available for any kind of a support you need from us or from the government. And let's all move together, go ahead and overcome all the difficulties. Let's produce more entrepreneurs. The present entrepreneurs, let us hope that they will grow. As the speaker said, it's not necessary that within 5 years the farm size should get doubled, but if there is a value addition, if there is improvement in the quality, that also is good enough. Look at the market size and grow, and that's what we want to do. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mahesh, for inviting me.
Thank you, sir. A small formality, because
Yes.
valedictory, something has to be done for vote of thanks kind of thing. You'll not believe we are the thinnest organization. 75% vacancy. I have only 3 or 2 people to run the big shows which we are running for the whole 2 years. We have only 2 to 3 people. One among it is my good friend Mr. Basha, who is my admin. We have Saraswati, we have Siddha, we have Dr. Abhijit, Dr. Sonali, etc. Only 3-4 small group of people. We are doing such an excellent hard work. As आपने बताया, you should be in the game. So over to Mr. Basha ji to propose official vote of thanks for the program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So I'd like to thank firstly to all the participants who have participated in this program and who have patiently been with us for all these 4 days. So today I would like to specially thank all the panelists. First, I would like to thank Dr. Ajit Ranade sir, Dean, Mumbai Veterinary College, Mumbai. And also I would like to thank Mr. Amit Sarogi from Kolkata. And also I would like to thank Mr. Kunal Patre from Maharashtra. Then I would also like to thank Ms. Cheryl from Mangalore. Then I would also like to thank Mr. Sagar Aras from Mysore. Then I would also like to thank Mr. Dr. Sharad Barsakle from Maharashtra. Then finally, I would like to thank Mr. Manjit Kumar from Bangalore. Thank you very much for being with us and giving very good inspirational stories to all the participants who range from veterinarians to entrepreneurs. So I would also especially thank the government of Maharashtra, and government of Rajasthan, and government of Goa for officially deputing all the veterinarians to participate in this program. And also I would like to thank all the entrepreneurs who had participated in this program. And finally, I would like to thank our Joint Commissioner, sir, Dr. P.S. Mahesh, sir, because without his vision and inspiration, this program would not have been possible. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And finally, I would like to thank one and all my colleagues in CPDO&TI and everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you all. Let us have many more stories to coming months. Bye bye. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. Bye bye.
Thank you. Jai Hind.